And I'm here with Halted and Industrigo tonight. How's everybody? How you guys doing?
I'm doing all right, just chilling tonight.
That is great to hear. Oh, can everybody hear everybody on the stream? No, Slick Rick, I did not know. I did not know that Be Brave got P-bombed today. That is tragic. So have any of y'all ever like ordered DoorDash and like a 19 to 20-year-old siren anglerfish girl that is like really hot, reminds you of your ex, brings you your food and is really sweet, and it's like I should talk to her, and then you immediately be like, oh hell no, wait a minute, not this shit again. That happened to me before the stream. Y'all almost didn't get a stream, Bubba. Oh Lord. That and I had to fix a battery. And I'm telling you, newer cars, bro, engineers, mechanical engineers, I have beef. I have beef. Well, see, Slick Rick, she had the body tattoo on the side, and she was wearing them really short shorts, and she didn't have a sports bra on. It's the really crop top things that look like sports bras, and she was a blonde, and she had glasses, and I'm like, I mean, do I really got a stream? I got money. Do you really need the DoorDash? You know? But then moving on, because the more I talk about it, the more I'm gonna have to hit the messages. But I also had to change a battery, so I have beef. Industrial Halts, have y'all ever had to change a battery in a newer model car?
Not in a newer model one.
Bro, I tell you what, I had it's on. If I ever become an engineer and get done with my college, and I run into a mechanical engineer, it's on site. Whoever the hell is designing these modern cars, like there was like 5 layers of like bracket that I had to get through just to change out the battery, and then I had to go get a hammer and beat on my terminal because it was like factory tight. Like, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I was so angry. So angry.
Well, yeah, newer cars are made to, you bring them to someone to go and fucking do it for you.
Well, it's not, no, dude, like, like I feel
Yeah,
like
you
that.
bring it to fucking.
Go ahead. Halted.
Well, you bring them to a guy who's gonna fuck everything up in your car.
Well, no,
Really,
no.
I mean, last time when we had a gas car, I have a Tesla now, but when we had a gas car, we every time we brought it to the fucking mechanic, we'd come back and we'd have a fucking bolt stripped, right? Fucking,
You know what? The
I wanted
next
to go change the
election.
oil on one of my fucking on my van one day. You go, my story's useless anyways, but yeah, fuck
No,
mechanics.
no, go, dude. Mechanic hate is welcome here. Even though my family is mechanics and I know how to work on a car.
Mm.
No, just playing.
Well, I took a year in diesel mechanics and I fucking hated it. I like the actual working on shit, but the people around me and just the stupid shit they would get up to. I was one of 3 people who are allowed to work on cars outside of like from teachers' cars, like cars that come in from actual people that they drive around. Because the automotive got shut down because they were fucking up people's cars and almost got someone killed.
I mean,
And so Diesel had to take control of all of the mechanic shit.
acid reflow. I have had to take out half my
And like,
underhood cover. Have you ever had to do shit like that when you was
mm,
doing mechanics salted?
no, mostly it's front end stuff like brakes, mostly just brakes, changing oil. I had to repair a control arm once, get to replace it, but mostly just front end stuff. Never like under the hood engine stuff.
Okay, but like, um, Autorix and AutoZone did mine this summer. The kid at AutoZone was like really cool and chill, and I know a lot of the people because my younger brother. And he was like, "Yo, let me do it for you. That way." And I'm like, "Bro, my battery's dead. I couldn't even start my car. The battery charger is like, nah, bro, this shit gone. How about you go buy another one, chump?" Type shit. Like it literally said that on the LED screen. I was a little bit offended. And I had tried for like all day this morning and yesterday night to get it to work because I really didn't want to spend $170 on a battery and then have to pay that core charge because I
Mm,
didn't have the tools to get it off because meth head stole all my tools. So it was just very inconvenient, and the battery was making fun, or the battery charge was making fun of me.
mm.
And like I said, it's on
Yeah, I don't
site if I
with
run into
any of this
mechanical
because
engineers just for what they do. Go ahead.
yeah, I don't have to deal with any of this because I have a Tesla. So you just take it to the Tesla place, and
Yeah, but
really there's nothing they have to change.
but halted. I like the
Brakes,
idea of like driving not on a bomb, not on a 500-pound bomb. You know?
not on a bomb,
Yeah. Just.
not Faustian, man.
Well, I went my whole Muslim
I don't know.
belief as like not being a terrorist, and I just don't like the idea of peacefully sitting on a 500-pound bomb. The Faustian, yeah, that is a Faustian deal,
You're
ain't
just
it,
not built
bro?
for it, man. You
Hell
gotta,
no, ain't nobody built for a
yeah. I
bomb
let
in
it
a
just let it
butthole.
drive yourself, bro. Just you have a self-driving bomb, and every time you go, guy, I'm going through the mountains, letting that fucking drive. I could blow up and die any fucking moment.
Bro, you are living on the edge,
I'm I'm
halted.
I'm living. Can you say the same?
Can can you say the same, Fed boy or Ed boy?
Can you say the same?
How is YouTube land out there tonight? Please
I,
like and
I, I think I'm more risk of crashing.
Slick Rick does got you. He said gay flag emoji, Tesla trans flag emoji. Well, actually, no, Slick Rick, not Tesla anymore.
I like it, but
Those communities hate Elon and Tesla now. Tesla,
yeah, you
Remember,
gotta you gotta get the true NatSoc card. Tesla Model 3, the new
Tesla.
Volkswagen.
Yeah, Tesla is now the new Volkswagen. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Tesla is now the car of evil for evil people.
and remember, guys, Elon is base now
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah, it's South African Yid is based.
Whoa there, hold on now. I'm trying to get monetized. They gotta sell out. Like, and I don't have my
Sorry.
brand. I don't have my
Yeah.
branding up because I'm on StreamYards. I can't say God bless Israel now when panelists talk against.
I'm just God bless Israel.
Yeah,
Oh,
God
yes,
Stop
bless
God
stop
Israel.
bless
advocating its
Israel. The
base.
Jews
I
are
don't know what you're
are
talking
God's
about.
chosen people. Let's just get this all out of the way.
Are y'all ready for this? Do y'all want to? It's not the State of the Union address. It's the It is the whatchamacallit, congressional
Oh, I want to make a
address.
joke.
What's up, Angry Snowman?
State of the
What it
Union address.
what it do, man?
How you doing? Oh,
Yeah, just
bruh,
got done.
good.
Oh, nothing, dude. I just thought that you wanted me to answer you.
My
When you asked
bad.
me how I was doing, so go fuck yourself.
I mean, I almost had this cute DoorDash delivery driver to go do that with.
I hope you get someone pregnant.
I hope I get someone pregnant too. I really want to be a father. I feel like it would help me get my life on straight.
And I hope she takes you for child support.
Whoa, you evil bastard. Hold on,
Ha
wait a
ha ha!
minute. Oh, so how are you doing tonight, Snowman? You doing good?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Saw you on, thought I'd stop up, say what's up.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it. And I totally forgot to message you. I am retarded. Snowman, you're a Gen Z do it yourself type of man. Do you know how you?
Sir, I am a Gen Xer.
Oh yeah, my bad. I meant Gen X. Yeah, not Gen Z.
How
Um,
dare you slander my
What's the
generation
difference?
like that?
I mean, yeah, yeah,
We're in the
y'all
same.
kind of really are the same because you got
No, our
boomers and
generations are in the
millennials.
same places.
Say
You got
what?
Let's be honest.
well, you got millennial and boomers who are pretty much the same, and then you got Gen X and Gen Z that are pretty much the same.
It
But there,
depends. Well, really, it really depends on what you're talking about. Because honestly, there's a lot of Gen Xers that are more like boomers, and then there's the younger Gen Xers that were born in the mid to late '70s that are more like millennials,
yeah.
and then there's
Yeah,
older millennials that are more like us Gen Xers.
Gen X is a mixed bag overall.
Well, you got to understand too, though. Gen X and Gen Z are having to fix the generation's problems before them is the biggest thing. So,
Well, the
oh,
problem with Generation X is
Well, I'd
we spent so
say
much of
that.
our.
go ahead, Snowman.
No, I was just going to say the problem with Gen X is we spent so much of our existence being ignored, like we don't even exist. That we kind of got used to that, and now people want us to do shit, and we don't think that you really want that.
Yeah, we're like, leave me alone.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, you
Well,
don't. I don't really think you guys are
I
prepared
think
for
Gen
that.
Z is going to go that way.
Gen Z shows promise. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you guys are right when you say that Generation X and Gen Z actually have a lot in common.
Yeah. Hey, here's my thing though. What I started all this to say this. You know how annoying it is to change a modern battery, Snowman.
It's not that hard, dude.
It's not hard, but it's
It's
annoying.
dude. It's a matter of fucking two bolts.
Are
Are
you
you
when
serious?
I say a modern car battery, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about 20 I'm talking about 25 and like 2015 and older, dude. It is not a matter of two bolts. It is a
We,
matter of eight
dude,
layers of 80 bolts.
sir, we got a fucking. It's a 2016 Dodge Traverse outside. It ain't that hard.
It's not that
Driving a
it's hard. It's that it's annoying.
Maybe the problem
Japanese or
is you got.
European car.
Are you driving a foreign car?
Yeah,
What are you driving?
I'm driving a Japanese car.
Well, fucking buy American, you commie.
First off, I'm imperialist, all right, because
But
it's a Japanese car. Second
Buy
off,
American, commie.
no, I like my little drug dealer car. I like my
Well, then
Ricer.
don't bitch because you got to
how
take
can you
don't bitch because
drive
you
a
got to
shit
take
box
30.
without driving a Japanese car?
How are you going to bitch about fucking having to take 32 fucking 9 millimeter fucking bolts out of a
Actually,
battery in order to get it
correction,
out?
they're 10 millimeter. Correction, 10 millimeter.
Okay, our
And
shit
actually,
boxes should not be difficult. Okay, we need the most simplest shit boxes, and if we want a shit box, we have to buy from Japan.
No, I like American.
I like American too, but
Well, what are we to
Ford has
do?
gotten gay and Dodge.
Yeah, but
is-
you don't get a shit box.
mean-
Sir, when you buy shit from another country, you're supporting another country's economy. Don't bitch about our economy if you're not willing to buy American and support your economy.
Well,
Very true.
I'd rather
That's
my
true.
money
You're
go
right
to a
there.
foreign company rather than buying a pile of rust that was made here.
Every one of these fucking cars is going to turn into
Yeah,
a
well,
pile of
my
rust no
car is
matter where you
100%
fucking buy it
American made.
from.
Some
You tell
My
me
car is
one
100% American
you
made.
tell me
and
one
you say
fucking
the same.
you tell me one vehicle that's made to last today and isn't made to fucking be replaced in 3 to 5 years.
that is a fact. I will be honest.
Got
That
us
is
there.
a fact. Everybody does that, except for Japan.
Yeah, except for Japan.
Any Nissan or Toyota is built to last because Japan's philosophy on engineering their cars is like, retards buy our cars. Retards
That's
don't know how to take care of maintenance. It can
That's
run
what
with no oil.
Look, dude, that's why when I buy cars for myself, I don't buy anything over a 2000.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I bought this. I
Yeah.
bought this.
2000 is the newest vehicle I've ever had.
Oh yeah, no, that's my advice for anybody. If you can find a decently driven car that's been
Personally,
taken care of,
I prefer them in the 80s, from the 80s and 90s myself.
I prefer '94 to be specific because I like the Dodge Ram pickup trucks from '94.
I like
and
all
the Grand
the
Cherokees.
I like any of the cars from like basically 84 to 96. Like the Monte Carlos, the fucking Buick Regals, the Rivieras, the fucking
But
Uh,
a
those-
90s, I'm with you all the way. 80s and 90s.
oh yeah, absolutely. Those were the cars that they used in NASCAR.
Oh yeah, no. Here's the thing. You would never if I
If you're
if I
not-
still had my '94 Jeep, you wouldn't be hearing me bitching about changing out a battery. You'd be telling me, yeah. I'd be telling you, bro, I got the harmonic balancer out and replaced it, and I just pulled it out because it was held in there with luck and like a piece of gum.
Now Jeeps. I'll be honest with you, I can't stand working on them motherfuckers. I don't care what year they are.
They are.
Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried to just change a fucking a starter on a fucking Jeep?
No, but I have replaced the transmission cooler lines where a piece of the fucking transmission was chipped off, so we just pot welded it back because it's all pot metal. If it's in the 90s and it's a Jeep.
Yeah, and the Jeep the wife had when I first met her, in order to change the starter on it, you had to take the fucking exhaust off of it
Jesus.
because it was literally right underneath the main exhaust,
We had
coming right off the manifold.
We had to pull the transmission just to fucking get the transmission cooler lines off on the Jeep. Like you could unscrew them, but unless you like broke them, getting them off, or like you
Now,
were break them.
Now Jeep Wranglers aren't bad to work on. Those are pretty simple vehicles.
Yeah, but when you have a Jeep Grand Cherokee before they split the body models and made a Jeep Cherokee and then a Grand Cherokee. So when you tell people I got a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, oh no, it's a Grand Cherokee and Laredo. They split up. If you tell them if I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, they give you the fluoride stare. It's like, look, in the '90s, shit was weird. All right.
Dude, when I met my wife, I had it was a 96 Ford Flare Side, which was basically the Ford F-150 with the Mark III conversion kit on it.
Ooh. Dude, do you want to know the greatest time of my life ever? When I was living with my dad back in 2012, before I graduated high school, well, dropped out of high school, but it was my graduation year. I dropped out. He had a Plymouth Sports Fury 2 that it was baby blue. We fucking we bored out the engine and got nothing working on it but the engine. Like it would drive and that's it. Like no blinkers, no radio, no nothing. That motherfucker would drive and it would fly. And when that motherfucker turned on, it was like the whole fucking planet rumbled. Oh my god. It was otherworldly.
My very first car was a 1986 Pontiac Grand Prix with T-tops.
I don't remember what year the Plymouth Sports Fury was, but
I had a 350. I had a 350 in it with a had a supercharger in it as well. Had spoiler on the back, had a front spoiler, and I was one of those gay dudes that had the fucking brawl on the front of it.
No.
I don't know. I don't know why we put undergarments on our cars back then, but we did.
I mean, whatever floats y'all's boat.
Hey man, it looks retarded now, you know, because it didn't age well. But you know, back then it was cool as fuck.
Well, back then it was a signification that you got pussy, or at least got to play with titties.
Oh, the T tops got you that, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't recommend T tops for anybody, man. I don't care how good a fucking T tops you got; they're always going to fucking leak. Always.
Are you talking about the soft tops?
No, the T tops are hard tops, dude. It's the little windows that are right above the driver and passenger seat door that you take off.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Those things always fucking leak. Always.
I remember, I forget what they're called, but you know in the old pickup trucks, the 70s and 80s, when air conditioning was just coming commonplace, they had those fucking side windows that you could open that push the air in the cabin. I
Yeah, my
remember,
Ford Flairside had those in it.
I love those. I feel like they should never go away, especially in any pickup truck. But I remember when I
Those.
was about, go ahead.
I had a
Uh,
van with those.
I was just going to say the cops really hate those because I was one of those guys that was the window I always opened when I got pulled over,
That's great.
and they couldn't say nothing about it because it was a window, it was
I
open,
think
and
my
they could
grandpa
hear
had a
me.
van that had those windows.
Like, so basically, when I was 8, I used to love riding with the window open, and like we had a truck where the actual window wouldn't roll down, and so I'd open that up and just play it, like, cause I was a little kid, so I could get my hand out of it, and I'd do the whole wind thing that kids do. And I remember my uncle looking at me and goes, "Boy, close that ammonia hole."
Yeah,
And I'm like, first off,
bacon.
ammonia hole is the greatest thing ever to say, especially if it's out of context or out of place.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be pneumonia, not ammonia.
Yeah. Well, no, I always looked at I'd always look at my girl when her legs were up, like, "Girl, close that ammonia hole."
Now that's more well, that's like more canonically accurate though. You know, ammonia comes from the crotch. Pneumonia comes from the wind.
No, man,
But
it just
but I know hillbillies, man. They can't they don't know how to say
You know what's fun?
the two different words.
I art can't
Ammonia,
speak
look,
good.
dude. Ammonia and pneumonia are the same word to them.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, definitely. Because I don't care how much you correct me, I will always say ammonia. He done did got the ammonia. He can't breathe good.
You fucking rednecks make white people look bad.
You know
Fucking
what?
dumbass.
Spoken language is meant
You
to do
fucking
that.
dumbass hillbillies.
Spoken language is supposed to act like that.
You're
You're
a
not.
spoken
Spoken language is supposed to act like that. It's how it's worked the entire history of you, like
You
human
dumbass hillbillies.
existence.
Snowman. Why do you hate what you are? Why do you hate us?
I don't hate what I am. I hate other people that don't know how to white properly.
Oh, fair. Oh man,
You
is this
know,
shit?
because that's what white people do is they fucking constantly fucking throw shade at each other for one. But you know, I
Are you,
always have
are,
anyhow.
are you talking about? I was gonna say, are you talking about Be Brave? I heard he got porn bombed today.
Good for him. I hope he liked that helicopter he
Good,
got.
good.
I can't stand that cocksucker. He's sucking up perfectly good air someone else could be breathing.
Why do people watch his stream? I guess he's funny to be
Actually,
like
no, I go over there.
like
Well, look, I go over there
not
simply
really
because
funny.
he can't stand me, and I like to get him derailed because all it takes is for one of my sock accounts to pop up, and he loses his shit for an hour.
Mm. Well, it's just that fucking he's just mentally ill, and it's very very obvious. And so it's just I don't see how it could be very entertaining to watch him. I think it would just get old.
Oh no, it's fun when you're the one that causes him to spurg out, and all you had to do is make your presence known.
Yeah.
Be Brave reminds me of my
I
piece
mean,
of shit
fair
dad.
enough.
I mean,
I'd do
fair.
the same thing. I'd do the same thing to my piece of shit dad if he was on YouTube. I'd troll him too.
That would be hilarious.
I would. I'd troll him every fucking day of his life if
What
he was on YouTube.
what if he didn't? What if he didn't
That's just
realize it was you? That'd be funny.
Oh, I would make sure he knew it was me.
Wild.
Well, look, dude. No,
Bro,
I probably shouldn't say this on a live stream. This is for
that would have ruined his entire YouTube career. Just right up.
Halted, you gotta fix your mic, brother.
Yeah, it's cutting in and out bad.
Yeah, big bad.
What's it doing? What's it doing?
It's cutting out. It's cutting out worse than a crackhead when he gets done sucking a dick for a 20 rock.
Jesus Christ. That was explicit. This is the Howard Stern stuff.
Howard
Is this
Stern,
better?
you know.
Yeah, I was trying to drink some of my drink. Say that quickly so I could drink my drink.
Is this any better at all?
A little
Yeah,
bit, but you gotta let you
We'll
talk.
see. We'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah,
It almost sounds like you got it turned up too high and it's
All
clipping out.
might be it. That might be the case. Let's check in with
This is usually why I use my phone.
Oh, I think it's starting. All right. Everybody here watching out there in Streamland?
Oh, you're watching the State of the Union, aren't you?
Apparently, I've been corrected. It's not the State of the Union. It's just him. Addressing Congress.
Somebody needs to.
He's like, "Look here, Congress. We're now a dictatorship."
I'd be perfectly okay with Trump being a dictator. I really would. I think at this point, at this juncture in America's fucking history, because I'll be honest with you, the shit that they tried doing isn't working out too well. We're coming on 250 years and shit's worse now than it was in 1776.
It's a fair statement.
I mean,
I don't think they're going for any sort of dictatorship. I think they're going for a technocracy.
I think America would actually run better, even if it was just like just a visual fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Dictator, I guess.
Figurehead.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
I'm
all you have
just
to do is
saying,
remove term limits.
Even if it was just for like a visual imperialism type look, just so. Because look, I think that's part of the problem here is we have too many people that, if you think about who's running the country, the person that's at the head of the seat is the person that gets the least amount of time in a seat. All right, and then you got all these other motherfuckers that sit around from the time they're fucking 35 until they fucking die with no pushback really, or it's hard to get pushback on them because you're only one person. That's only there for 4 to 8 years. I mean,
look at him.
Congress.
Well,
Congress has
we need to remove term limits. That's about it.
Well, Congress has entirely too much power.
For
you know.
Sure. We need term limits on Congress. For sure.
And I think they abuse they can't be charged for any crimes in the halls of Congress.
We need to dissolve
Congress.
Bullshit. We need to dissolve Congress and replace it with state
legislature,
with industry.
With industry.
No, I'm saying take industry and implement industry.
What's he trying to say?
Bro's cutting in and out pretty bad again.
He's trying to say that we should dissolve Congress and have state industry leaders and union reps and all that instead of having Congress.
Oh, so you're one of the people then that don't have a problem with Elon Musk being in there, doing government oversight.
I don't want to.
No problem. I mean, I don't agree with everything he does, but I don't really have much of an issue with Elon. But I don't agree with a lot of stuff he does. But
right, he does do some pretty weird.
What?
No, I don't have a problem with Elon being in there myself. Me personally, I find it rather. I find it peculiar that the very people that used to basically go out and sing his praises and champion his name as some kind of social justice, hero and climate activist, you know, are the ones now that are trying to say that he's some kind of fucking oligarchy and fucking figurehead that is trying to fucking steal from the American people when he's literally doing what those very people have been asking for the last 20 fucking years.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? I just want to hear.
Well, exactly. That entire argument.
I just can't wait for the first speech from Dwayne Alonzo Mountain Dew Camacho. I'm gonna be real, bro. That's my
Dude, it's dude. I said that on Hood's Chant stream the other day that it's only a matter of time before we end up with Camacho.
I mean, no, idiocracy is happening. It is happening before our eyes, and it is horrifying at which accuracy they predicted it.
Well, when they're the ones that are.
The thing with them calling Elon corrupt is all of Elon's companies are taking a heavy hit from this right now. We have Tesla stock, and that was up to 15K. We had about 15K in stock, went down to 9. I mean, we're still above on what we originally invested, but we lost quite a bit of fucking money recently.
It'll go back up, man. And the only reason why it's went down is because all these fucking tree huggers and nut fucking suckers are all crying like a bunch of little fucking bitch-made pansy-ass fucking soy girls because only because they were told to by the media because they don't know how to have an intelligent or coherent thought on their own.
Igwe, always.
Oh, that's true,
has
but it's
been,
just to go to
bro.
say that
Always has
there's
been.
no
Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance,
but it's just to counter the argument that
the United States,
Elon is somehow corrupt in what he's doing, and his companies are taking hits.
Look, the motherfuckers are mad because all these fucking lefties that were, getting paid to go out and protest and shit are losing their fucking funding now since they found out what was really going on in, like, you said, and the fucking what's the other one? The fucking Department of fucking
members of the United States.
What was it? The Treasury Department that they fucking audited already.
And to my fellow
and the Department of Education that they audited.
America
All these
back.
all this fucking like stupid slush fund fucking like money laundering fucking fronts, man. Like, why are we paying for? Dude, one of the things that I read was they were paying for a 10-year cocaine study on fucking dogs.
Well, that cocaine study was probably important because we have dogs sniffing cocaine all the time.
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath
be fair
the
on that
dome
one.
of this
Well,
no, dude, that's really not important. It really isn't. I think by now we've done enough studies to know what cocaine does on everybody.
On, it has been nothing but swift and
For one.
unrelenting action.
I mean, I think they've studied
Usher,
cocaine
greatest
to
and
death.
most
I
successful
mean, they had another one where they were putting
in the history
fucking
of our country.
what was it? Let me see if I can
We
find
have
my
accomplished more
I
in
wrote
43
shit
days
down.
than most administrations accomplished in 4 years.
There was one a bubble wrap stress.
We are just getting
Dude, a
started.
bubble wrap stress relief study at $1.4 million a year. A clown balloon animal floating lessons they were paying for at $2.3 million a year. Smart toilets and print recognition. Or no, smart toilets and anal print recognition for $6.9 million a year.
I return to
NIH
the chamber tonight to
NIH
report
cocaine study
that
on dogs at
America's
$2.3 million a
momentum
year.
is back.
Dude, they
Our
were even
spirit is
spending
back. Our pride is
$118,000 a
back.
year
Our
to do a
confidence is
Thanos
back.
finger snap
And
study.
the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before.
I mean, what the fuck?
What does that even imply?
I don't know
I'm
what.
curious, what does that imply?
American
That's what I'm
dream
curious
is
about.
surging
What-
bigger.
what the
Our
fuck were they
country is on the verge
studying?
of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed. And
What were they doing? Taking
Dude,
fucking
that was
pennies
a bunch
and
of motherfuckers like
sound-
snapping their fingers in a fucking
Never
cave.
been anything like
It
it.
sounds to me like what were they putting fucking nickels in their fucking fingers and snapping them across the
The
room?
presidential election of November 5th was a
Fucking
mandate
Thanos finger
like has
snap
not
fucking
been
study.
seen in
And
many
dude, it
decades.
just goes on. Like,
We
if
won
you
all
look at
7 swing
USAID,
states,
which,
giving
you
us
know,
an
that they
electoral college
fooled
victory
people by
of
calling it
312
Nobody ever
votes.
thought that it was going to be a fucking money laundering front. Do you know how much shit they were in that fucking in USAID that was going to other nations to fund fucking transgender fucking studies, fucking LGBTQ fucking rallies, and fucking diversity
We won the popular
fucking,
vote
you know,
by big numbers
training and this, that, and the other in countries all across the world? Millions and millions and millions, dude. It's fucking insane. Why are we paying for this shit? Why?
Igwe said they're studying how sniffing cocaine off strippers' cleavage cures anxiety. You know what? I feel like that is a very valuable study. How do I become a test subject for that?
Give me some coke. Dump some cocaine on some stripper's fucking titties. I'll go sniff it. There you go.
And one counties in our country.
Speaking of which, that's what my wife's getting me for my 50th birthday: strippers and cocaine.
To 525.
Hell yeah.
On a map that reads almost completely red for Republican.
That's
That's where Gen X and Gen Z differ.
Why? Where? What?
Because Gen X and
Now,
Gen
for the
Z
first time in
aren't
modern
as promiscuous
history,
and they do less drugs.
more Americans
Oh,
believe
you mean
that
Gen
our
X actually
country
knows
is
how to have
headed in the
fun
right
with you
direction
fucking
than the wrong
uptight fucking
direction.
Gen
In fact,
Zers that are
it's an
afraid to go out and stub your
astonishing
toe?
record, 27-point swing,
Have you
the
ever
most
stubbed your
ever.
toe?
I
That shit
agree.
hurts.
Gen Z is very upstuck.
The wife said the
But
presidential address is
why would
already
Gen
a
Z
shit
go?
show.
Why would Gen Z like
Likewise,
strippers on their way out? Though.
small business optimism saw its
Dude,
single
well, how can you
largest
have a
one-month
problem with
gain
strippers?
ever recorded.
Mr.
A
President.
41.
That's like having a dude. How do you sit and say you have a problem with titties?
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of weird. But he
Members
slapped
are
the shit out of
directed to uphold and maintain decorum
I-
in the
I'm
House
just saying
and to
what Gen
cease
Z-
any further
Oh, wait, hold on,
Gen Z
disruption.
as a
we're
whole
getting some
does.
action.
That's your warning.
Yeah, the wife said that it's a shit show. She's watching it.
Shit.
Fight.
Members are engaging in willful and continuing
Well,
breach
let's
of
watch it,
decorum,
dude.
and the chair is prepared to direct the sergeant at arms to restore order to the joint session.
You
Yeah,
are
we
the
can't see it because
you
we're
are
on
literally
TV.
you are the worst fucking streamer ever, dude.
What?
We can't see anything.
You can't see anything?
No. All we see are
Yeah, we're on
avatars.
Streamlabs.
Oh, we got it.
Can't hear nothing.
I'm not
Mr.
streaming
Green, take
it
your
for
seat.
y'all. I'm streaming
Take
it
your
for
seat,
the
sir.
audience. Here, I got you. My bad.
You're a
Take your
fag.
seat.
He's streaming for the people that are important.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the sergeant at arms to restore
I
order.
just had it open on my other monitor.
Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Why he smacked that guy?
Is it? Hey, dude. Is this going to turn into a parliament hearing?
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. Fight.
Let's go!
Look,
Exile that nigga
Dude,
right now!
look, he broke out his fucking whip, dude. He going to whip some crackers.
He got the old hickory cane. Thank you, Blue Jay. I appreciate it.
Go. Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Thank you. Over the past 6 weeks,
I
have
wanna know what
signed
we
nearly
missed now.
100 executive orders and taken more than 400
It missed
executive
everything.
actions,
He
a
stood up
record
and they were getting loud.
to
That's
restore
it.
common sense, safety, optimism,
Why'd
and
you
wealth
take it
all
off?
across
You're
our
such a
wonderful
homo.
land. The people elected me to do the job, and
Sorry,
I'm
I didn't
doing
mean
it.
to do that.
Growing pain. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs to stream for the main audience.
This is just easier
In
for the open
fact, it
panel,
has
to be
been
honest.
stated by many
Yeah.
that the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency, is the most successful in the history of our nation. By many. And what makes it even more impressive is that, do you know who number 2 is? George Washington. How about that? How about that? I don't know about that list, but we'll take it. Within hours of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and Border Patrol to repel the invasion of our country. And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
So they're at 0?
No.
Well, I guess they're not the lowest.
He said the lowest ever recorded, dummy.
They heard my words and they
lowest ever
chose
recorded
not to
would have
come.
been 0,
Much
to be
easier
fair.
that way. In comparison,
No,
under Joe
Jesus
Biden,
fucking Christ. Actually,
the
the
worst
lowest ever
president
recorded
in
was
American
negative
history,
infinity.
there were hundreds of thousands of illegal
It's fair,
crossings a month,
actually.
and virtually all of them, including murderers, drug dealers, gang members, and people from mental institutions and insane asylums,
I
were
think you should bring
released
those back.
into our country. Who would want to do that?
And I'm not
This
talking
is
about the
my
illegals. I'm
fifth
talking about the
such
insane
speech to
asylums.
Congress.
They should bring
And once
asylums
again,
back.
I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find
could
a
cure
cure
cancer
to
and
the
they'd
most
find a way to be
devastating
mad about it.
disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter what. Five times I've been up here. It's very sad, and it just shouldn't be this way.
That is kind of sad if you think about it.
It is, and it's absolutely true.
So
What
Democrats
the fuck
sitting
are those
before
signs
me,
they're holding?
Quiet,
for
please.
just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
No, those signs say must steals.
Must steal, save,
Every day my
Medicaid.
administration is fighting to deliver the change America needs to bring a future that America deserves, and we're doing it. This is a time for big dreams and bold action. Upon
Can you
taking
pause this a
office, I
minute?
imposed an immediate.
Yeah, what's up?
Dude, look at his. Do you notice the difference in his expressions, how stern they are this time around?
Yeah,
When-
but it
when
also
he-
looks
when
like
he-
he's having a stroke.
No, I don't think it looks like he's having a
Yeah, he
stroke.
looks old.
He looks old, but he looks like he's very fucking focused on who he's directing all of his energy at. You can tell that he's not. Dude. You can tell he learned
I
a lot
will
in his
say
first
there
one.
is more energy than during the election.
There's what?
More energy.
I was saying there's a lot more energy than the election, but he still seems old.
Well,
Yeah.
he is
I don't know where
fucking
he got
old.
it. Maybe he's doing
He-
cocaine or
dude,
something.
he is old. The motherfucker's almost 80 years old. But he's still doing.
I'm saying he's doing really a lot of energy for his age.
If you look at how old he is, he's doing a hell of a lot better than Biden, than fucking what's his name? Fucking
Mhm.
who's the old motherfucking white dude in the Senate? What's his name again? Not Lindsey Graham, but fucking
Fuck, that's everyone.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. Chuck
yeah,
Schumer.
no, not Chuck Schumer, the other old white dude.
The one that had a glitch
McCarthy?
where he died.
Yeah, the one that glitched out.
McCarthy?
Yeah.
I don't remember the name, but I know who you're talking about. All right, let's get some more of this in.
A freeze on all new federal regulations and a freeze on all foreign aid.
That needs to be done. That's a fucking house divided right there, buddy.
I terminated the ridiculous Green New Scam. I withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate
Mitch
Accord,
McConnell, by the way.
which was costing us
Yeah, thank you.
trillions of dollars that other countries were not paying. I withdrew from the corrupt World Health Organization. And I also withdrew from the anti-American UN human rights Council.
So we ain't gonna see no more blue hats on our land anymore?
We ended all of Biden's environmental
just wanna hear them
restrictions that
leaving
were
NATO,
making
I'm
our
gonna be
country
real.
far less safe and totally unaffordable. And importantly, we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle mandate,
check Telegram.
saving our auto workers and companies from economic destruction. To unshackle our economy, I have directed that for every one new regulation, 10 old regulations must be eliminated.
They
just
didn't
like
do
I
that-
did
do it the
in
first
my very
time.
successful first term.
But they never did it the first term. It was supposed to be 3 old ones for every new one the first term.
And in that first term, we set records on ending unnecessary rules and regulations like no other president had done before. We ordered all federal workers to return to the office. They will either show up for work in person or be removed from their job.
I think the in-person work thing is a non sequitur and retarded, to be honest.
You know what? I think I'm going to write Trump and see if he'll pardon Adam Fox and Barry Croft.
And we have ended weaponized government where, as an example, a sitting president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How did that work out? Not too good. Not too good. And I have stopped all government censorship and brought back free speech in America. It's back.
See, look at how scorned he looks now. You can
And
tell
2
he.
days ago, I signed an order making English the official language of the United States of America.
He looks like a man on a mission. I just want to know what for sure that mission is.
I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
Yes. You know he did that just so he
I
could
have
get
a pretty
around.
good idea what the mission is.
He did that so he could get around OPEC. You know that, right?
And likewise, I renamed
No, I did
for
not
a
do that.
great president, William McKinley, Mount McKinley again. Beautiful Alaska. We love Alaska. We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military.
The war against white and black men.
And our country will be woke no longer.
Ride canceled.
We believe that whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller, you should be hired and promoted based on skill and competence, not race or gender. Very important. You should be hired
That's a big one.
based
I can't wait to
on
see how that plays
merit.
out.
And the Supreme Court, in a brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools, and I signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only 2 genders, male and female.
It's sad that you got to do that.
Really is.
Bro, we're under like a fucking tranny dictatorship for like fucking 8 years.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports.
Again, it's sad that you got to do that.
That's probably the biggest win, in my opinion. I fucking hate trannies.
Yeah, well, I
3
did think
years
that it
ago,
was rather
Peyton
funny
McNabb
watching these
was an
feminazis get a little bit of their lick back.
high school athlete, one of the best,
I'm just
preparing for
saying,
a
we don't
future in
hate
college
anybody on this
sports.
panel. We just severely
But when
dislike
her
them.
girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side, and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
That's huge.
I don't see it get done in a heartbeat.
Look at all those women that were thumbs down in that shit, though. That's fucking crazy. Talk about, fucking supporting against your own interests. Mm-hmm. Nothing says I don't know how to think like allowing men to fucking
And if you
play
really
sports
want to
with
see
us.
numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours. Broke the record by 5 hours.
See, that's bullshit,
It's
man.
demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up
But
with
you know
it
what?
any
He
longer.
got rough with a woman who liked you to get rough, so he's actually a bad guy. Remember that.
We what now?
Got rough with a woman who liked you to get rough, so he's the bad guy. Remember that.
What I have just
I
described
thought
is
the
only a
camera
small
person
fraction
crawling
of
on
the
their
common
knees was a
sense
midget for a
revolution
second.
that is now, because of us,
In my world,
sweeping
he
the
is a
entire
midget.
world.
'Cause it's
Common
funnier that
sense
way.
has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never. Never going to let that happen.
How are you going to do that, Mr. Trump? You only got 4 years.
Among
I
my
was gonna
very
say-
highest
Oh, he looked at
priorities is
Democrats.
to rescue our
Staring down.
economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families. As you know, we inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare. Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We suffered the worst
Our electric
inflation
bills
in
tripled in the
48
last
years,
3
but
years.
perhaps even in the history of our country. They're not sure. As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again. Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control. The egg price is out of control, and we're working hard to get it back down. Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration. Do a good job. A major focus of our fight to defeat inflation is rapidly reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the number of new oil and gas leases by 95%, slowed pipeline construction to a halt, and closed more than 100 power plants. We are opening up many of those power plants right now.
Didn't Biden close down a couple nuclear power plants, too?
And frankly, we have never seen
Probably.
anything like it. That's why on my
Might have been
first
just
day in
Germany.
office, I declared a national
if we did.
energy emergency. As you've
But
heard
we
me
did
say
have
many
a
times, we
big
have more
anti-nuclear
liquid
push
gold
during the
under our
Biden
feet than any
administration.
nation
I
on
don't know
earth.
if that was in
and
the
by
administration
far.
itself, though.
And now I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill, Baby, Drill. My administration is also working on a gigantic natural gas pipeline in Alaska, among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want to be our partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week, I will also take historic action to dramatically expand production of critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA. To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars. And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency, GOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps.
It's real government, by the way.
Well, it's a fucking government agency that's been there since
Musk,
Clinton.
Who is in the gallery tonight.
They just renamed it. That's all they did. But Clinton started a government transparency or government waste committee as well, and Obama had one.
I think it was.
Thank you, Elon.
Well, Doge got taken up.
He didn't need
what
this.
Obama did is he made
didn't need
basically
this.
a tech.
Thank you very much.
Tech
We
support
appreciate
agency
it.
in
Everybody
the US
here,
government.
even this side, appreciates it. I
Michelle
believe.
Obama had a website. It didn't work. So he created an
They
entire
just don't
agency
want to admit that. Just listen to some
to,
of the appalling waste
fix that and other
we
government
have already
websites.
identified.
And they just
$22
basically
billion
gave that to Doge.
from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60 million for indigenous peoples and Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America. $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender. This is real. $32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique. $20 million for the Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. It's a program. $20 million for a program. $1.9
But they want to cut funding to PBS.
Recently created decarbonization of homes committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her? A $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. He's a real estate developer. He's done very well. $250,000 to increase vegan local climate action innovation in Zambia. $42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. Asia's doing very well with learning. I don't know what we're doing. Should use it ourselves. And $101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education, the most ever paid, nothing even like it. Under the Trump administration, all of these scams, and they're far worse, but I didn't think it was appropriate to talk about them. They're so bad. Many more have been found out and exposed and swiftly terminated by a group of very intelligent, mostly young people, headed up by Elon, and we appreciate it. We found hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud.
Stream, give me 1 second. I gotta pull something up.
And we've taken back the money and reduced our debt to fight inflation and other things. Taken back a lot of that money. We got it just in time. This is just the beginning. The Government Accountability Office, a federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our nation, and we are working very hard to stop it. We're going to. We're also identifying shocking levels of incompetence and probable fraud in the Social Security program for our seniors, and that our seniors and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old. It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129. 3.9 million people from ages 130 to 139. 3.5 million people from ages 140 to 149.
The oldest person they had on that list was 300 years
many
old.
Of them, and we're searching right now. In fact, Pam, good luck. Good luck. You're going to find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid, and nobody does, and it really
The thing about
hurts.
it is, it's
Social
being
Security and hurts our
transparent as shit.
country.
They
1.3
release
million
every bit
people
of
from
evidence they
ages
find in Doge.
150 to 159, and over
if they do make any
130,000 people,
mistakes, they always
according
backtrack
to
it,
the
too.
Social
And change it
Security
immediately.
databases, are age over
Yeah.
160 years
And
old.
they criticize them for
Kind of
that.
how.
We have a healthier country than I thought,
Yeah,
Bobby.
yeah, yeah. Fucking. It's annoying. I mean,
Like I said,
if
Trump
you
could find the
even
cure.
knew or paid attention. You go.
No, I was just going to say Trump could find the cure for cancer, and they'd find a reason to fucking
Including
complain about it and
To
say how it's
finish,
racist.
1,039 people between the ages of 220 and 229.
Elon
One
is doing what
person
Elon
between
does.
the age
If you
of
ever
240
watch,
and
like, SpaceX
249,
does, it's
and one
pretty much the
person
exact
is
same
listed
strategy he
at
uses with SpaceX that he does
360
with
years
Doge.
of age,
Yeah.
more than 100 years, more than 100 years older than our country. But we're going to find out where that money's going. And it's not going to be pretty. By
Yeah, how is
slashing
someone
all of the
100 years
fraud,
older than
waste,
our
and
country
theft we can find,
getting the Social
we will
Security?
defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families.
Yeah, that guy is a midget.
And today, interest rates took a beautiful drop, big, beautiful drop. It's about time. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years, balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it.
I am not holding my breath on that one.
For those of you interested in researching Doge, you can. I just posted it in the chat. There's the link to Doge.
Yeah, and
With
they
that
are
goal in
actually
mind,
very
we have
transparent with
developed in
what they're
great
doing on there.
detail what we are calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, We will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a path to U.S. citizenship. It's like the green card, but better and more sophisticated.
I ain't gonna lie. I unironically support
and
that.
these people will have to
He's
pay
not the
tax
first
in our
president
country.
to do it
They
either.
I don't have a
won't have to
problem
pay
with it
tax
either.
from where they came. The money that they've made, you wouldn't want
honestly,
to
I
do
feel
that,
like
but they
that
have to
should
pay
be
tax,
I feel like
create
that should
jobs.
replace the green
They'll
card,
also
to
be taking
honest.
people out of colleges and paying for them so that we can keep them in our country instead of having
I'm
them
pretty
be
sure other
being
countries
forced
do
out.
the same thing too.
Number one at the top school, as an example, being forced out and
Yep. They all-
not being allowed to stay and create tremendous numbers of jobs and great success for a company out there. So while we take out the criminals, killers, traffickers, and child predators who are allowed to enter our country under the open border policy
Japan has
of
a
these
similar
people,
system.
the Democrats, the Biden administration, the open border insane policies that you've allowed to destroy our country, we will now bring in brilliant, hardworking, job-creating people. They're going to pay a lot of money, and we're going to reduce our debt with that money.
What it does is either you need to pay yourself or a company has to pay to bring you into work.
Americans
And that's typically how Japan
have
works.
given us a mandate for bold and profound change. For nearly 100 years, the federal bureaucracy has grown until it has crushed our freedoms, ballooned our deficits, and held back America's potential in every possible way. The nation founded by pioneers and risk takers now drowns under millions and millions of pages of regulations and debt. Approvals that should take 10 days to get instead take 10 years, 15 years, and even 20 years before you're rejected. Meanwhile, we have hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have not been showing up to work. My administration will reclaim power from this unaccountable bureaucracy, and we will restore true democracy to America again. And any federal bureaucrat who resists this change will be removed from office immediately. Because we are draining the swamp. It's very simple. And the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over. And the next phase of our plan to deliver the greatest economy in history is for this Congress to pass tax cuts for everybody. They're in there, they're waiting for you to vote. And I'm sure that the people on my right, I don't mean the Republican right, but my right here, I'm sure you're going to vote for those tax cuts, because otherwise I don't believe the people will ever vote you into office. So I'm doing you a big favor by telling you that. But I know this group is going to be voting for the tax. Thank you.
Huey
It's a
Long
very, very
energy
big
right
part
there,
of
to
our
be
plan.
honest.
We had tremendous success in our first term with it, a very big part of our plan. We're seeking permanent income tax cuts all across the board. And to get urgently needed relief to Americans hit especially hard by inflation, I'm calling for no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our great seniors. And I also want to make interest payments on car loans tax deductible, but only if the car is made in America.
Who might be getting a new car then?
Interest payments, tax deductible, that's crazy.
And by the way, we're going to have growth in the auto industry like nobody's ever seen. Plants are opening up all over the place. Deals are being made. Never seen. That's a combination of the election win and tariffs. It's a beautiful word, isn't it? That, along with our other policies, will allow our auto industry to absolutely boom. It's going to boom. Spoke to the majors today, all three, the top people, and they're so excited. In fact, already numerous car companies have announced that they will be building massive automobile plants in America, with Honda just announcing a new plant in Indiana, one of the largest anywhere in the world.
American-made shit boxes. Let's go.
At least it's made in
Our
America.
drug dealers can finally buy domestic.
And this has taken place since our great victory on November 5th, a date which will hopefully go down as one of the most important in the history of our country. In addition, as part of our tax cuts, we want to cut taxes on domestic production and all manufacturing. And just as we did before, we will provide 100% expensing. It will be retroactive to January 20th, 2025. And it was one of the main reasons why our tax cuts were so successful in our first term, giving us the most successful economy in the history of our country. First term. We had a great first term.
Those of you interested
If you
in
don't
joining
make
the
your
Discord,
product in
I posted
America,
a
however,
link
under the
in
Trump
the chat.
administration, you will pay
You
a
gotta be
tariff,
vetted by
and in some
me,
cases, a rather large
and you'll
one.
be getting
Other countries have
permissions
used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries. On average, the European Union, China, Brazil, India, Mexico, and Canada, have you heard of them? And countless other nations charge us tremendously higher tariffs than we charge them. It's very unfair. India charges us auto tariffs higher than 100%. China's average tariff on our products is twice what we charge them. And South Korea's average tariff is 4 times higher. Think of that, 4 times higher. And we give so much help militarily and in so many other ways to South Korea, but that's what happens. This is happening by friend and foe. This system is not fair to the United States and never was, and so on April 2nd, I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to be accused of April Fool's Day. That's not, just one day cost us a lot of money. But we're going to do it in April. I'm a very superstitious person. April 2nd, reciprocal tariffs kick in. And whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth. Whatever they tax us, we will tax them.
That sounds fair to me.
If they do non-monetary tariffs to keep us out of their market, then we will do non-monetary barriers to keep them out of our market. There's a lot of that, too. They don't even allow us in their market. We will take in trillions and trillions of dollars and create jobs like we have never seen before. I did it with China, and I did it with others, and the Biden administration couldn't do anything about it because there was so much money they couldn't do anything about it. We have been ripped off for decades by nearly every country on earth, and we will not let that happen any longer. Much has been said over the last 3 months about Mexico and Canada, but we have very large deficits with both of them. But even more importantly, they've allowed fentanyl to come into our country at levels never seen before, killing hundreds of thousands of our citizens and many very young, beautiful people, destroying families. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They are, in effect, receiving subsidies of hundreds of billions of dollars. We pay subsidies to Canada and to Mexico of hundreds of billions of dollars, and the United States will not be doing that any longer. We're not going to do it any longer. Thanks to our America First policies we're putting into place, we have had $1.7 trillion of new investment in America in just the past few weeks. The combination of the election and our economic policies that people of SoftBank, one of the most brilliant anywhere in the world, announced a $200 billion investment. OpenAI and Oracle, Larry Ellison, announced $500 billion investment, which they wouldn't have done if Kamala had won. Apple announced $500 billion investment. Tim Cook called me. He said, I cannot spend it fast enough. It's going to be much higher than that, I believe. They'll be building their plants here instead of in China. And just yesterday, Taiwan Semiconductor, the biggest in the world, most powerful in the world, has a tremendous amount, 97% of the market, announced a $165 billion investment to build the most powerful chips on earth right here in the USA. And we're not giving them any money. Your CHIPS Act is a horrible, horrible thing. We give hundreds of billions of dollars, and it doesn't mean a thing. They take our money and they don't spend it. All that meant to them, we're giving them no money. All that was important to them was they didn't want to pay the tariffs, so they came and they're building, and many other companies are coming. We don't have to give them money. We just want to protect our businesses and our people. And they will come because they won't have to pay tariffs if they build in America. So it's very amazing. You should get rid of the CHIP Act, and whatever's left over, Mr. Speaker, you should use it to reduce debt or any other reason you want to. Our new trade policy will also be great for the American farmer. I love the farmer. Who will now be selling into our home market, the USA, because nobody is going to be able to compete with you. Because those goods that come in from other countries and companies, they're really in a bad position in so many different ways. They're uninspected. They may be very dirty and disgusting, and they come in and they pour in, and they hurt our American farmers. The tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers, starting on April 2nd, it may be a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before when I made the deal with China, $50 billion of purchases, and I said, just bear with me, and they did. They did. Probably have to bear with me again, and this will be even better. That was great. The problem with it was that Biden didn't enforce it. He didn't enforce it. $50 billion of purchases, and we were doing great, but Biden did not enforce it, and it hurt our farmers. But our farmers are going to have a field day right now. So to our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you too. It's all going to happen. And I have also imposed a 25% tariff on foreign aluminum, copper, lumber, and steel, because if we don't have, as an example, steel and lots of other things, we don't have a military, and frankly, we just won't have a country very long. Here today is a proud American steelworker, fantastic person from Decatur, Alabama, Jeff Denard. Has been working at the same steel plant for 27 years in a job that has allowed him to serve as the captain of his local volunteer fire department, raise 7 children with his beautiful wife, Nicole, and over the years provide a loving home for more than 40 foster children. So great, Jeff.
Now that's a pillar of the community.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
He is definitely that guy.
Stories like
Well,
Jeff's remind
worries
us
a
that
lot.
tariffs are
Like, it has to
not
be like
just about
taking in
protecting
teenagers or
American
something.
jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country. Tariffs are about making America rich again and making America great again, and it's happening, and it will happen rather quickly. There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much. No, you're not. Oh. And look where Biden took us, very low, the lowest we've ever been. Jeff, I want to thank you very much. And I also want to recognize another person who has devoted herself to foster care community. She works so hard on it. A very loving person, our magnificent First Lady of the United States. Melania's work has yielded incredible results, helping prepare our nation's future leaders as they enter the workforce. Our First Lady is joined by two impressive young women, very impressive. Haley Ferguson, who benefited from the First Lady's Fostering the Future initiative and is poised to complete her education and become a teacher. And Elliston Berry, who became a victim of an illicit deepfake image produced by a peer. With Elliston's help, the Senate just passed the Take It Down Act, and this is so important. Thank you very much, John. John Thune, thank you. Stand up, John. Thank you, John. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Now, what's to
And
take
thank
it
you
down?
to
Act?
John
That's
Thune and the
curious
Senate.
now.
Probably take down the fucking flag that don't
Decriminalize
belong
the
on a
publication
flagpole.
of such images online is terrible, terrible thing.
Oh,
And once it passes the House, I look forward to signing that bill into law. Thank you. And I'm going to use that bill for myself, too, if you don't mind.
I
'Cause
think they should
nobody
make it
gets
illegal
treated
to
worse
fly
than I
another
do
country's
online.
flag in
Nobody.
America.
That's great. Thank you very much to the Senate. Thank you. But if we truly care about protecting Americans' children, no step is more crucial than securing America's borders. Over the past 4 years, 21 million people poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous cities all throughout the world. Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies, they are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast. And I want to thank Tom Homan and Christy. I want to thank you and Paul of Border Patrol. I want to thank you. What a job they've all done. Everybody, Border Patrol, ICE, law enforcement in general is incredible. We have to take care of our law enforcement. Have to. Last year, a brilliant 22-year-old nursing student named Laken Riley, the best in her class, admired by everybody, went out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia. That morning, Laken was viciously attacked, assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and horrifically murdered. Laken was stolen from us by a savage illegal alien gang member who was arrested while trespassing across Biden's open southern border and then set loose into the United States under the heartless policies of that failed administration. It was indeed a failed administration. He had then been arrested and released in a Democrat-run sanctuary city, a disaster, before ending the life of this beautiful young angel. With us this evening are Laken's beloved mother, Allison, and her sister, Lauren. Last year, I told Laken's grieving parents that we would ensure their daughter would not have died in vain. That's why the very first bill I signed into law as your 47th president mandates the detention of all dangerous criminal aliens who threaten public safety. It's a very strong, powerful act. It's called the Laken-Riley Act. So Allison and Lauren, America will never, ever forget our beautiful Laken Hope Riley. Thank you very much. Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history, and we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you. The media and our friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation. We must have legislation to secure the border. But it turned out that all we really needed
what if there is
was a new president.
person getting Social Security?
Rip him and his fucking checks.
That's what I'm saying. Screw him in particular. He's an extra boomer.
Thank you. Joe Biden didn't just open our borders, he flew illegal aliens over them to overwhelm our schools, hospitals, and communities throughout the country. Entire towns like Aurora, Colorado, and Springfield, Ohio, buckled under the weight of the migrant occupation and corruption like nobody's ever seen before. Beautiful towns destroyed. Now, just as I promised in my inaugural address, we are achieving the great liberation of America. But there still is much work to be done. Here tonight is a woman I have gotten to know, Alexis Nungari from Houston. Wonderful woman. Last June, Alexis's 12-year-old daughter, her precious Jocelyn, walked to a nearby convenience store. She was kidnapped, tied up, assaulted for 2 hours under a bridge, and horrifically murdered. Arrested and charged with this heinous crime are 2 illegal alien monsters from Venezuela, released into America by the last administration through their ridiculous open border. The death of this beautiful 12-year-old girl and the agony of her mother and family touched our entire nation greatly. Alexis, I promised that we would always remember your daughter, your magnificent daughter, and earlier tonight, I signed an order keeping my
If
word
you're watching the
to you.
stream, hit that poll.
One thing I have learned about Jocelyn is that she loved animals so much. She loved nature. Across Galveston Bay, from where Jocelyn lived in Houston, you will find a magnificent national wildlife refuge, a pristine, peaceful, 34,000-acre sanctuary for all of God's creatures on the edge of the Gulf of America. Alexis, moments ago, I formally renamed that refuge in loving memory of your beautiful daughter, Jocelyn. So, Mr. Vice President, if you would, may I have the order?
This is base right here. Protect our youth.
Got it right there. Oh, showing it to them specifically.
It's literally what if
It said very Huey long-coded.
What if it was a comic book of like a militarized border with like auto turret machine guns? It's like, this is what we want.
Executive order. This signs the fucking drawing.
Thank you very much.
This is it.
All three savages charged with Jocelyn and
Boy, I call them
Lakin's
savages.
murders were members of the Venezuelan prison gang, the toughest gang, they say, in the world, known as Tren de Aragua. 2 weeks ago, I officially designated this gang, along with MS-13 and the bloodthirsty Mexican drug cartels, as foreign terrorist organizations.
Good for you.
What are you gonna do about it? My question.
If juggalos can be labeled a gang, then they can be terrorists.
I mean,
I'm just saying, dude.
yeah.
They
checks
are
out.
now officially in the same category as ISIS, and that's not good for them. Countless thousands of these terrorists were welcomed into the U.S. by the Biden administration. But now every last one will be rounded up and forcibly removed from our country, or, if they're too dangerous, put in jails, standing trial in this country, because we don't want them to come back ever. With us this evening is a warrior on the front lines of
You
that
mean
battle,
you get shoot him?
Border Patrol Agent Roberto Ortiz. Great guy.
I think we should go back to public executions. That includes Congress when they get caught doing shit. I think more people should start being charged with treason.
Shoot him there. Who the fuck is like Costco Mussolini here? Who's this person?
In January, Roberto and another agent were patrolling
That's
by
still
the Rio
thrace.
Grande near an area known as Cartel Island.
That was
Doesn't
Castro
sound too
on
nice to
chemo.
me. When heavily armed gunmen started shooting at them, Roberto saw that his partner was totally exposed, at great danger, and he leapt into action, returning fire and providing crucial seconds for his fellow agent to seek safety, just barely. I have some of the prints of that event, and it was not good. Agent Ortiz, we salute you for your great courage and for your line of fire that you took, and for the bravery that you showed. We honor you, and we will always honor you. Thank you, Roberto, very much.
That's a fact, Yeti. He said Trump is one of them friends you think
Thank
are
you,
lying all the
Roberto.
time until you fact check them.
And I actually got to know him on my many calls to the border. He's a great, great gentleman. The territory to the immediate south of our border is now dominated entirely by criminal cartels that murder, rape, torture, and exercise total control. They have total control over the whole
Yeti, that is
nation,
relatable.
posing a grave
No,
threat
it
to
is.
our national security.
Talking about
The
his
cartels
comment.
are waging war on America,
So am
and
I.
it's time for America to wage war on the cartels, which we are doing.
Fair.
Five nights ago, Mexican authorities, because of our tariff policies being imposed on them, think of this, handed over to us 29 of the biggest cartel leaders in their country. That has never happened before. They want to make us happy. First time ever. But we need Mexico and Canada to do much more than they've done, and they have to stop the fentanyl and drugs pouring into the USA. They're going to stop it. I have sent Congress a detailed funding request laying out exactly how we will eliminate these threats to protect our homeland and complete the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than current record holder President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a moderate man, but someone who believed very strongly in
No,
borders.
I thought Obama deported more.
Americans expect Congress to send me this funding without delay so I can sign it into law. So, Mr. Speaker, John Thune, both of you, I hope you're going to be able to do that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Mr. Leader, thank you. Thank you very much. And let's get it to me. I'll sign it so fast, you won't even believe it.
It'll make your head spin.
You already signed. Don't look twice.
Damn, I blinked.
As
It was
we
that
reclaim
fast.
our sovereignty,
Got another
we
executive
must
order
also
up there
bring
to his
back
right.
law and
to his
order
left,
to
I
our
guess,
cities
to
and
his left.
towns.
Yeah, I see it.
In recent years, our justice system has been turned upside down by radical left lunatics.
He's looking right at him, too.
Many jurisdictions virtually ceased enforcing the law against dangerous repeat offenders while weaponizing law enforcement against political opponents like me. My administration has acted swiftly and decisively to restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law, starting at the FBI and the DOJ. Pam, good luck. Cash, wherever you may be, good luck. Good luck. Pam Bond. Good
Well,
luck.
also remember
So
that
important.
you don't get power. People
Gonna
have
do
to
a
remember
great
you
job.
Don't get power overnight
Cash,
in these organizations.
thank you.
No, it happens over a
Thank
period
you,
of
Cash.
time.
Yeah, because just because he's head doesn't mean he's not dealing with a bunch of hostile employees that are trying to undermine him. I don't really
Well, if
like
you re-
Cash Patel, but you know what? He's a Second Amendment.
They've already
he's
started
a
very
Second
strong.
Amendment.
They're going to do a
I
fantastic
wouldn't
job.
say
You're going to be very
extremist, but
proud of them.
absolutist, and he's over
We're
the
also
80,
once again
the-
giving our police officers the support,
I almost said
protection, and
ADL,
respect they so
the,
dearly
ATF.
deserve. They have to get it. They have
Oh,
such
yeah,
a
he is.
hard,
And I
dangerous
think
job.
he,
But we're
I
going to
think
make
I
it
was
less
watching Brandon
dangerous.
Herrera. I
The
think
Really,
problem
it's just
is
a
the bad
question of
guys
if he's a
don't respect
loyalist
the
or
law,
not.
but they're starting to respect it, and they soon will
Is he a
respect it.
loyalist or not? He's a loyalist.
This
That's
also
all that really
includes our
cares.
great fire departments throughout
I'm
the
not gonna
country.
waste
Our
my time
firemen
arguing over
and
things
women
that'll
are
never happen.
unbelievable
We'll never
people,
get rid
and
of
we'll
the
never
Indian
forget them.
menace.
And besides that, they voted for me in record
We'll
numbers,
never,
so I
we'll
have no
never cut
choice.
down legal immigration, so it's not worth arguing over.
Dude, pause this if you're going to talk.
Might be.
One
right,
year
Brave,
ago
calm
this
down.
month, 31-year-old New York police officer Jonathan Diller, unbelievably wonderful person and a great officer, was gunned down at a traffic stop on Long Island. I went to his funeral. The vicious criminal charged with his murder had 21 prior arrests, and they were rough arrests, too. He was a real bad one. The thug in the seat next to him had 14
The
prior
thug in the
arrests
seat next to him.
and went by the name of Killer. He was Killer. He killed other people, they say, a lot of them. I attended Officer Diller's service, and when I met his wife and one-year-old son, Ryan, it was very inspirational, actually. His widow's name is Stephanie, and she is here tonight. Stephanie, thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much. Stephanie, we're going to make sure that Ryan knows his dad was a true hero, New York's finest, and we're going to get these cold-blooded killers and repeat offenders off our streets, and we're going to do it fast. Got to stop it. They get out with 28 arrests. They push people into subway trains. They hit people over the head, back of the head with baseball bats. We got to get them out of here. I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer. And tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy into permanent law.
And murder should be the death penalty anyway, but we have to get a clear definition of murder.
I'm also asking for a new crime bill getting tough on repeat offenders while enhancing protections for America's police officers so they can do their jobs without fear of their lives being totally destroyed. They don't want to be killed. We're not going to let them be killed. Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
His son does not look thrilled.
He's a kid. He's probably scared of like the audience and everything.
I would be too. They
But
probably
in
all look like
2018,
vampires in real life.
DJ was
Probably.
diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
Worthy of clapping. Praise God. I hope he's in remission.
Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer actually a number of times. The police love him, the police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
Holy shit.
That's base.
That is
actually
base.
That's
is.
fucking base. That's great.
Look, he's got a badge and everything. What the fuck?
Whip that fucker out in math class.
Oh man.
Watch, he's gonna be look, he's gonna be using that in school as a hall monitor and shit. I ain't mad at it, man. That's pretty dope. How many kids can say they're only 8 years old and are already
Thank
Secret
you,
Service
DJ.
agents?
That is based.
DJ's doctors believe his cancer likely came from a chemical he was exposed to when he was younger. Since 1975, rates of child cancer have increased by more than 40%. Reversing this trend is one of the top priorities for our new presidential commission to make America healthy again, chaired by our new Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy, Jr.
The most fit old dude I know. Oh, like, how old is he now? Like 80?
840?
He's built like a brick shit house.
I know, right?
I mean, that
With the
was,
name
that
Kennedy, you would have thought everybody over here would have been cheering.
Imagine
How
just shaking his
quickly they
hand.
forget.
Probably got the grips.
Our goal is to get toxins out of our environment, poisons out of our food supply, and keep our children healthy and strong. As an example, not long ago, and you can't even believe these numbers, 1 in 10,000 children had autism, 1 in 10,000, and now it's 1 in 36. There's
That's
something
crazy.
wrong, 1 in 36, think of that. So we're going to find out what it is, and there's nobody better than Bobby and all of the people that are working with you. You have the best to figure out what is going on. Okay, Bobby, good luck. It's a very important job. Thank you. Go get him.
Democrats turned their back on him, didn't they?
Thank
back
you.
on anybody
My
who
administration is
doesn't
also
walk in
working to
lockstep with
protect
their
our children
insanity.
from toxic ideologies in our schools. A few years ago, January Littlejohn and her husband discovered that their daughter's school had secretly socially transitioned their 13-year-old little girl.
What?
Teachers and administrators conspired to deceive January and her husband while encouraging her daughter to use a new name and pronouns.
I would fucking
They,
have them.
them pronoun, actually.
I'd sue
All
them.
without telling January, who is here tonight and is now a courageous advocate against this form of child abuse. January, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Stories like this are why, shortly after taking office, I signed an executive order banning public schools from indoctrinating our children with transgender ideology. I also signed an order to cut off all taxpayer funding to any institution that engages in the sexual mutilation of our youth.
That's what I'm talking about.
And now I want Congress to pass a bill permanently banning
Let's go.
and criminalizing sex changes on children and forever ending the lie that any child is trapped in the wrong body. This is a big lie. And our message to every child in America is that you are perfect exactly the way God made you. Because we're getting wokeness out of our schools and out of our military, and it's already out, and it's out of our society. We don't want it. Wokeness is trouble. Wokeness is bad. It's gone. It's gone. And we feel so much better for it, don't we? Don't we feel better? Our service members won't be activists and ideologues. They will be fighters and warriors. They will fight for our country. And Pete, congratulations. Secretary of Defense, congratulations. And he's not big into the woke movement, I can tell you. I know him well. I am pleased to report that in January, the U.S. Army had its single best recruiting month in 15 years, and that all armed services are having among the best recruiting results ever in the history of our services. What a difference. And you know, it was just a few months ago where the results were exactly the opposite. We couldn't recruit anywhere. We couldn't recruit. Now we're having the best results just about that we've ever had. What a tremendous turnaround.
I was going to
It's
say, I don't
really
think anything
a
can
beautiful
beat
thing to
9/11's
see.
numbers.
People love our country again. It's very simple. They love our country, and they love being in our military again. So it's a great thing, and thank you very much. Great job. Thank you. We're joined tonight by a young man, Jason Hartley, who knows the weight of that call of duty. Jason's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all wore the uniform. Jason tragically lost his dad, who was also a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy when he was just a boy, and now he wants to carry on the family legacy of service. Jason is a senior in high school, a six-letter varsity athlete, a really good athlete, they say, a brilliant student with a 4.46, that's good, GPA.
That's fucking
And his
stupid high.
greatest dream is to attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point.
That's where Trump went to school. Did you know that?
Did not know he went to West
Sounds like he's going to be going to West Point.
Yeah. His dad sent him to West Point when
think
he
it's a
started
question
acting up
of
in
whether or not he's
private school. Trump says the best thing his dad ever did was send him to West Point, though.
And Jason, that's a very big deal getting in. That's a hard one to get into. But I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. You will soon be joining the Corps of Cadets.
Them guys are like, hey, another one for the meat.
Yep, fresh meat, dude. That's what I saw too on all their faces. Ooh, fresh meat. We got another one, boys.
Thank you. Jason, you're going to be on the long gray line, Jason. As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland, all made in the USA.
And I love those fascistas in the background. Just
And
saying.
Ronald Reagan wanted to do it long ago, but the technology just wasn't there, not even close. But now we have the
Eddie,
technology.
like,
It's
you know you're
incredible,
superior
actually.
when your GPA matches
And
your
other
40-yard
places
time.
they have it.
I
Israel
saw that
has it.
too.
Other places have it, and the United States should have it too, right, Tim? Right? They should have it too. So I want to thank you. But it's a very, very important. This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected, and we're going to protect our citizens like never before. To boost our defense industrial base, we are also going to resurrect the American shipbuilding industry, including commercial shipbuilding and military shipbuilding. And for that purpose, I am announcing tonight that we will create a new Office of Shipbuilding in the White House and offer special tax incentives to bring this industry home to America where it belongs. We used to make so many ships. We don't make them anymore very much, but we're going to make them very fast, very soon. It will have a huge impact. To further enhance our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal, and we've already started doing it. Just today, a large American company announced they are buying both ports around the Panama Canal and lots of other things having to do with the Panama Canal and a couple of other canals. The Panama Canal was built by Americans for Americans, not for others, but others could use it. But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000 workers died building the Panama Canal. They died of malaria. They died of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work. They paid them very highly to go there, knowing there was a 25% chance that they would die. The most expensive project also that was ever built in our country's history, if you bring it up to modern day costs. It was given away by the Carter administration for $1. But that agreement has been violated very severely. We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
Are they going to call it the Reneg Canal now?
And
The
we have
Indian Giver
Marco
Canal?
Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco. Now, we know who to blame if anything goes wrong. Marco's been amazing, and he's going to do a great job. Think of it. He got
Shout
100
out to
votes.
BlackRock. That's the reflow. Shout out to BlackRock.
You know, he was approved with
Hey,
actually 99.
while you're at
but
it, you might as well shout
the
out
100th
Vanguard
was
too.
this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So let's assume he got 100 votes. And I'm either very, very happy about that or I'm very concerned about it. But he's already proven. I mean, he's a great gentleman. He's respected by everybody, and we appreciate you voting for Marco. He's going to do a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you. He's doing a great job. Great job. And I also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland. We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security, and I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it.
Oh, hell yeah.
We will keep you safe.
What is that?
We will make you rich,
Man.
and together
What about
we will
Canada,
take
though?
Greenland to
Did he
heights
just
like
threaten
you have
war?
never thought possible before. It's a very small population, but very, very
One way
large
or
piece
another.
of land, and very, very important for military
either take the
security.
money we're
America is
giving you
once
for it,
again
or just
standing
take it.
strong against the forces of radical Islamic terrorism.
You want the carrot?
3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan. Not that they were withdrawing, it was the way they withdrew. Perhaps the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity, and he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice.
Even a couple of Democrats are clapping for that.
Well, yeah, they like killing people.
They were confused. They're like, murder?
And I want to thank especially the government of Pakistan for helping arrest this monster. This was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I actually got to know very well, most of them, whose children were murdered, and the many people that were so badly, over 42 people, so badly injured on that fateful day in Afghanistan. What a horrible day. Such incompetence was shown that when Putin saw what happened, I guess he said, wow, maybe this is my chance. That's how bad it was. Should have never happened. Grossly incompetent people. I spoke to many of the parents and loved ones, and they're all in our hearts tonight. Just spoke to them on the phone. We had a big call. Every one of them called, and everybody was on the line, and they did nothing but cry with happiness. They were very happy, as happy as you can be under those circumstances. Their child, brother, sister, son, daughter was killed for no reason whatsoever. In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved one of the most groundbreaking peace agreements in generations, the Abraham Accords.
Didn't Biden pull us out of those?
It's a complicated thing because technically they're still a thing. Biden tried to expand them but failed miserably.
And now we're going to build on that foundation to create a more peaceful and prosperous future for the entire region. A lot of things are happening in the Middle East. People have been talking about that so much lately with everything going on with Ukraine and Russia. But a lot of things are happening in the Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood, actually. I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense with no security, with no anything. Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes.
What a dick.
Once a bar.
2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that. They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans, but I want it to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine, by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said, at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
That's crazy. They won't even stand to end a war.
It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing.
They love
It's
war.
time to end the senseless war.
You saw what
If
went
you
on
want to
with
end
me and,
wars, you have to talk to
Calvin
both
on Jay's
sides.
channel.
Nearly 4 years ago, amid rising tensions, a history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration barely lifted a finger to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight.
Why don't we discuss Gonzo Lira being murdered by the Ukrainian government? A U.S. citizen, by the way.
Tortured and murdered, not just murdered.
To Mark and his
Multiple
great mom, we are
times
delighted to have
tortured,
you
too.
safe and sound and with us. As fate would have it, Mark Fogel was born in a small rural town in Butler, Pennsylvania. Have you heard of it? Where his mother has lived for the past 78 years. I just happened to go there last July 13th for a rally. That was not pleasant. And that is where I met his beautiful mom right before I walked onto that stage. And I told her I would not forget what she said about her son. And I never did I? Never forgot. Less than 10 minutes later, at that same rally, gunfire rang out, and a sick and deranged assassin unloaded 8 bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many thousands of people. My life was saved by a fraction of an inch, but some were not so lucky. Corey Comparator was a firefighter, a veteran, a Christian, a husband, a devoted father, and above all, a protector. When the sound of gunshots pierced the air, it was a horrible sound. Corey knew instantly what it was and what to do. He threw himself on top of his wife and daughters and shielded them from the bullets with his own body. Corey was hit really hard. You know the story from there. He sacrificed his life to save theirs. Two others, very fine people, were also seriously hit. But thankfully, with the help of two great country doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. We're joined by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their two beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee. Thank you.
Word with tattoos hates Trump. You can tell.
Well, she does not want to be there at all.
To be fair, she could
To
still be
Helen,
going through some
Allison, and
stuff over
Kaylee,
losing her
Corey is
father. It
looking
has only been
down
a
on
year.
his three beautiful ladies right now, and he is cheering you on.
I don't think it's
He
even been
loves
a
you.
year yet.
He is cheering you on. Corey was taken from us much too soon, but his destiny was to leave us all with a shining example of the selfless devotion of a true American patriot. It was love like Corey's that built our country, and it's love like Corey's that is going to make our country more majestic than ever before. I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that.
Based, incredibly based.
Thank you.
Saved by Shinzo Abe.
I mean, you can see the look on her face. She's like, it should have been you and not my dad. And I'm not mad at her about it at all. You see a young woman who misses her father.
Thank you very much. From the patriots of Lexington and Concord to the heroes of Gettysburg and Normandy, from the warriors who crossed the Delaware to the trailblazers who climbed the Rockies, and from the legends who soared at Kitty Hawk to the astronauts who touched the moon, Americans have always been the people who defied all odds, transcended all dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom.
All right.
And as we
polls
have seen
closed.
in this
Streamlabs
chamber
has it. I'm
tonight,
gonna start another poll.
that same strength, faith, love, and spirit is still alive and thriving in the hearts of the American people. Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free, and we will fight for it till death. We will never let anything happen to our beloved country, because we are a country of doers, dreamers, fighters, and survivors. Our ancestors crossed a vast ocean, strode into the unknown wilderness, and carved their fortunes from the rock and soil of a perilous and very dangerous frontier. They chased our destiny across a boundless continent. They built the railroads,
check
laid
out
the
the new
highways,
poll.
and graced the world with American marvels like the Empire State Building, the mighty Hoover Dam, and the towering Golden Gate Bridge. They lit the world with electricity, broke free of the force of gravity, fired up the engines of American industry, vanquished the communists, fascists, and Marxists all over the world, and gave us countless modern wonders sculptured out of iron, glass, and steel. We stand on the shoulders of these pioneers who won and built the modern age, these workers who poured their sweat into the skylines of our cities, These warriors who shed their blood on fields of battle and gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. Now it is our time to take up the righteous cause of American liberty. And it is our turn to take America's destiny into our own hands and begin the most thrilling days in the history of our country. This will be our greatest era. With God's help, over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world. We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we are going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond.
Indubitably based.
I think Musk was there. the fucking yeah.
All I'm saying is we got to get to the moon before we talk about getting to Mars.
I mean, yeah, no, we have a long way to go before Mars.
Very
If that's-
true.
If that's the plan, I
And through
think
it all,
should do
we
the
are
ocean
going
as
to
well.
rediscover the unstoppable power of the American spirit. And we are
True.
going to renew unlimited promise of the American dream. Every single day, we will stand up and we will fight, fight, fight for the country our citizens believe in and for the country our people deserve.
Fuck the human spirit. If you ain't American, you ain't human.
My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future, because the golden age of America has only just begun. It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That was some pretty good timing
I mean, yeah, no, that was
for no script. Well, I could
that
see.
was pretty based, wasn't it? Oh, hold on.
Pretty good. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on intermission and cut the music down so we could talk a little bit. I mean, so what do y'all think?
I try not to.
Same.
I mean, I think that was great.
It's just more fucking more tell people what they want to hear, make promises you probably can't keep. If you want me to be perfectly honest with you.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, I agree with Snowman.
I mean,
Some of the things were pretty fun during it. I'd say it was a fun speech. But whether or not I trust even half of it, I can't say I really do.
there was something posted in here, or in the chat. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm gonna read it and see what it was, and I'll I'll share it because it was something about Hong Kong and like Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we'll share this. It's AP. It's the AP.
Yeah, the Greenland comment was. Blue Jay says the Greenland comment was wild. It was very, very wild. That was funny.
That was pretty wild. I don't know whether to take that as a threat or a promise or both.
I mean, it was pretty based. But yeah, I seen this earlier. About the BlackRock strikes a deal for the port thing. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all as well, so y'all can see it.
Did you hear about fucking Chinese companies owning what is it? They own the company that is in charge of the tolls in New York and New Jersey now?
Yeah. That's why I don't believe in capitalism, because it allows foreigners to buy up your country. But yeah, I saw this about BlackRock strikes a deal to bring ports on both sides of the Panama Canal under American control. I guess this is what Trump was talking about. Hong Kong-based conglomerate has agreed to sell its controlling stake in a subsidiary that operates ports near Panama's Canal to a consortium including BlackRock Inc. Like, I'm not going to read all of this, but, like, that's huge.
That's a little concerning, actually.
Why? Because it's Hong Kong. It's a Hong Kong, like, Chinese communist country or company that is based in Hong Kong that is selling their stake to BlackRock, which is a quote-unquote American company.
That's actually concerning.
Why does it concern you?
Because BlackRock owns everything, sir.
Why would it be anything else? Yeah, so why would it be anything else?
Yeah,
why would it not be one of those two, Vanguard, BlackRock, or whatever?
Yeah. I don't see an issue with it here.
We can solve the BlackRock issue later.
Yeah. It's being brought under American control, or quote unquote American control. You know?
At least American influence.
Is BlackRock influenced by Americans, or is it influenced by the world?
That's the argument right there. That's the argument.
That's the argument.
Because BlackRock, as it stands, isn't an influence in the world. It is the world influence. So I mean, y'all like the dancing? Fake man, the dancing spaceman?
No. I'm not a fan of frauds.
He's not a fraud. He's dancing.
The moon man is a fraud. You can't call yourself a moon man if you've never been to the moon.
Fair, but he's not a moon man. He's an astronaut.
That is the moon man.
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
Is that not what the MTV Movie Award looks like? And the MTV Movie Award is a moon man.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's just funny. So.
I think it's gay.
And look.
But I wouldn't expect anything
I don't even
less.
know what you're talking about.
I wouldn't expect anything other than gay out of you, Ortho.
Appreciate you. Blue Jay basically
Blue
saying. Blue Jay saying this. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, we can either do it the easy way or the hard way.
Yeah.
The hard way's fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Pause.
This is just Trump. This is Trump to the to the rest of the world, you know. I can't, you guys can't see it, but it's the box.
Hold on, I just got out of the shower.
I can see because I got both windows opened up.
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
Since you for some
You want to
reason you don't
explain
like
to me
sharing
what you're doing here?
your fucking shit.
I came looking for booty.
With the rest of us. On
You
the
came
panel.
looking for sex with an underage boy?
Oh, no, I ain't come looking for no little
I
bars.
can't hear anything.
I ain't got
you're
no
saying.
milk, no cookies, nothing. I came looking for man's butt.
Only because if I open that tab up, everything
Excuse
would
me?
echo.
Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Handsome. I watch your TV show all the time. So you can go ahead and bring them cameras and them police is waiting outside. It don't make me no difference. Now,
Hey
I
man,
tell
them
you
dames
what,
can be
I
fucking
like
crazy
you,
though if you go
and
to
I
war
want
with
you.
them.
Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way.
You gotta remember
The
that's
choice is
How are they gonna
yours.
go to war with?
Well, I don't think you and
that's
I
Viking
will be
blood
doing
in them
anything
names,
any
dude.
kind of way.
Okay, I see you
But-
choosing the
but, like,
hard way.
Okay,
How
cut.
do
This
they
isn't
go?
working. Someone get this
War.
guy out.
You don't make me ruin that bike, Chris. I'm a warrior.
What do you mean?
You're gonna have to like go through toxic or like there's an entire ocean. I don't think they have a navy capable of even getting anywhere close to Greenland if we just walk in.
They own, but they own Greenland.
That was Trump to Denmark.
Yeah.
Right now, when it comes to Greenland. I like shit. I want shit. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. All right, the poll is closing. I'll give it another minute for people to do the votes.
I didn't vote because you didn't have enough answers on there.
Oh, yes.
You forgot
as a puppet.
you or I don't care.
Oh, well, I can only have 3 answers.
Yeah, you need to put I don't care.
Oh. Well, it's your constitutional
Well, you
right
should
to not vote.
for a meme. What?
I used to vote when I thought voting mattered.
I don't vote either.
I don't think any of it matters, man. I think it's all fucking farce.
A farce?
Yeah, it's all fucking smoke and mirrors, a dog and pony show. They call it political theater for a reason, sir, because it's a big act.
All right, well, I'm closing the poll. Anybody wants to join the panel can. I'm gonna send it out to some more people. So how y'all? What are y'all doing for the rest of the night, panel?
I don't know. I might fucking might nod out in front of the computer.
I think when I end this
I'm
stream,
just-
I'm gonna go
I'm
join
just here chilling.
Flow over there.
I like going over there every now and again. But, you know, white people fuckery panels aren't as fun as black people fuckery panels.
I mean, Flows is pretty fun though.
But it still isn't as fun as black people fuckery panels.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't.
You know what I'm saying is true. Black people have a different type of fuck shit that they're on, and it's more fun.
I guess. I mean, I personally don't go on black people fuckery channels.
I love it, dude. I love the racism.
Well,
I can't put up with just belligerence after. I'm too autistic.
It's fun watching people fucking chimp out, dude.
White people are hella weird.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm too autistic.
White people are hella weird, Blue Jay.
Belligerence.
Well, I mean,
But hey, but black people have their own weirdness too.
yeah, black people
I'm just
are also
saying.
hella weird. Like, imagine, like, you only know white people are weird because you're part of us, right? You know our dirty secrets. If you were black, you'd know black people's dirty secrets too, and they would also be weird.
I mean, they eat cornstarch and dirt.
What?
They don't exactly hide their weird shit.
What are you
Yeah,
talking
fucking
about?
black people eat cornstarch, dude.
What's okay?
You never seen that? Yeah, fucking black people eat cornstarch. It's just fucking straight out of a spoon.
That is, I've lived with black folks and I've never seen that.
Straight out of the fucking bucket.
I've never seen that either, and I lived with one of my roommates was a
Look it
black
up.
for fucking
Look it
3
up.
years.
It's
dude.
mostly black women. Look it up. It's mostly black women.
I don't
eat
trust
cornstarch
anything you
right out
Google
of the
search anymore.
Bucket. You don't need to just YouTube videos.
Yeah, because we can trust YouTube.
It's a thing. Trust me. Or it just
Hell, half the content streamers I know fucking put out false information daily.
Hey, whoa, don't you dare call me out like that. Hold up.
There's a black women eating cornstarch. Like they even made like a 90s style fucking information video about the history of black people eating dirt.
Okay, you're gonna have to pull. You're gonna have to pull a. You're gonna have to pull a receipt for that one. I'm serious. If there's a video out there that you know of, you better be pulling a receipt for that.
Yeah, you have to find that. I have to play that if it's true.
I haven't stack stream, so I have to find the part of the stream where it's at and find the video.
Because look, dude, let's be real. Black people already have a
black pill stream.
I'm just saying, dude. Black people have enough problems for us to be adding other shit on top of it that don't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that is fair. That is at this point that's fair. Maybe I'm getting soft in my wignattery in my old age, but that is fair. For all the things they do.
You said doo-doo.
Yes, it was intentional. Oh man.
I'm just saying that's the type of shit that annoys me.
Cornstarch on YouTube.
Cornstarch?
There's just a bunch of black women cornstarch.
I'd be willing to bet that this is a fringe group. It's probably like one of them people, like those people that have that weird fetish that like to eat like toilet paper and shit like that. Because that's real too.
How I make crunchy starch 2.0. I mean, it's all just black women.
Well, you got to drop the link.
Oh, no, I'm looking it up. Oh, shit, he's not wrong.
You got to show it, dude.
Not wrong, no. Why would I lie? Have I?
I'm not saying that you're lying, but how do you know that?
Make sure you show it on.
Yeah, I got you.
It's just something that just popped up one day.
Hey, man, you know what, Blue Jay? I don't think black people are. Blue Jay, I don't think black people are evil too, but I think white people have I can understand why white people are suspicious of black people also.
A freaky eater is someone who takes an eating habit to an extreme.
34-year-old Nikki has a hardcore obsession with cornstarch.
Yeah, this is a fringe thing.
Daily, she downs 2 pounds of cornstarch.
I cannot stop eating it.
God damn.
And lies to her husband about the extent of her dangerous addiction.
This is just one video.
But you're not gonna let him know, right?
Can experts Dr. Mike Dow and
Yeah,
JJ
but I'm
Virgin
still saying it's got to be just a small fringe.
end Nikki's destructive diet.
I don't want to lose my family.
But
with just 1 week of intense therapy.
With black women.
You're choosing cornstarch over your family.
Specifically.
Or will their efforts go up in smoke?
That's just one of the weird things. That's the weird thing.
My wife
apparently
Nikki
those
is a freaky eater.
Because if you can cook, I'm sorry, if you can cook, you certainly ain't eating cornstarch by the spoonful.
Cornstarch is soft.
That bitch dumped, she dumped that shit down her throat like it was a bag of sugar.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna play any more of that video, not because I am like trying to shield that woman, but because I don't want to get a copyright strike.
That's crazy.
That is a TV show.
Yeah, there's also just like YouTube videos, and there's like this little community of it. You're right, it's not like the most common thing, but specifically a subgroup of black women who are eating cornstarch. I think it has to do with the same reason why they had slaves wear those collars. They would eat dirt. Some of them would, most of them wouldn't, some of them wouldn't. There's something weird survival instinct wise, I guess, in Africa that led to it. I don't fucking know. I have a subgroup of their women who eat cornstarch. That's really.
Jason, white people do have more variety in their panel topics, though.
Yeah, black people only talk about dick and pussy.
That's all you really need at the end of the day. Alright, Pedro, I think
No, it's called Pika disorder. Yeah.
Blue Jay, I agree with you. I am definitely tired of talking about race.
You know, I'm tired of it, but at the same time, it's one of them things that it has to be done. It really does. If we're ever going to fucking get past this fucking, you know, artificially orchestrated fucking racism that we're fucking dealing with in America today, you have no choice but to.
Fair.
Well, I mean, to be honest, that's also the next step for normies is the race question. To be honest, after everything we've already got, question is like actually like race differences and race relations.
You know, the truth of the matter is, well, the truth of the matter is your average
2014.
Your average white and black males in America, you know, the average middle class working man, they haven't actually had the chance, in my opinion, to actually sit down and have a discussion with one another. And those are the people that have to have a discussion, because those are the people that make America run. You know, when you see these conversations, if you think about it, anytime we see any of these discussions that are supposedly diverse and, you know, touching on the hot button issues and the culturally, offensive topics, it's a controlled panel of a very select group of people that they use over and over and over again. You know, most of us, like myself and other people that I know, that they haven't really had the opportunity to sit down and talk to the people and find out why they don't like them, what their problem is. You know, a lot of white people run around in America completely oblivious to the fact that a lot of black people hate their fucking guts.
Yeah. I mean, it's just wild. It's wild.
You know,
I mean, it's just how it is, I suppose.
But it doesn't have to be that way, and I think a lot of the reason I think that the whole individualistic spirit that we've been raised on is also what helped perpetuate that. You know, because we really don't think about anybody else anymore. We just think about our own families and homes.
I mean, I agree, but individualism is kind of also baked into our genes as white people a little bit.
Well, individualism is a great thing for humanity, but too much individualism is how we end up with broken neighborhoods and families. You know,
I mean, I agree.
Individualism, I wouldn't say is even baked into our genes as white people. I would say what's baked into our genes as white people is pulling your own weight, because our ancestors lived in very dangerous environments, especially in winter, and if you didn't pull your own weight, you didn't contribute to your community.
You died.
You not only you died, but your family died first, and then your community was left without manpower, and it could have died. So that's what's baked in our, and we stimulate that stimuli in our bodies with this whole rugged individualist bullshit. But in actuality,
there's nothing rugged or individualistic about it.
Yeah, and it's pathetic. So instead of you being the strongest person you can be for your community, you just become a selfish bastard. And I think with the browning of America, that's going to become an even more issue, because brown people lived in environments where really all they had to do was run around and pick wild fruit and more hunter-gatherer, and it was easier survival conditions. So they were more selfish in their evolution, and they exacerbate the problem within our communities that we share.
Well, first off, we have to understand too that Black Americans aren't the same as the black people from other parts of the world. They're an entirely different group of people altogether.
Yeah, they have bad mixture.
Well, no, they have American.
They don't
culture.
even look the same.
No, what I'm saying is they also have American and Anglo culture baked into their history now.
Yeah.
You know, so they don't even resonate anymore with.
Well, the issue with that, Snowman, is culture is downstream from race, and the issue is, yes, while they may have that culture, their genetics don't allow them to understand it. They aren't able to process the abstract ideals that is Anglo culture, Germanic culture, or these other foreign cultures that they are not native to. And that's why a lot of the issues that we have in the black community in America are the way they are.
You know, when I was on Hood's panel today, they were talking about this Greenland thing, and a thought popped into my head. And what if Trump bought Greenland and then turned around and gave it to all the FBAs for reparations?
That would be the most absolute hilarious thing that has ever happened in the history of the planet. Here's this cold, frozen hellscape that you're genetically not able to survive on.
But the amount of rare earth minerals in Greenland is fucking insane, though.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, and let's be honest, Africa had the most amount of resources of mineral wealth, regardless if it was rare earth or iron or.
Well, Blue Jay, just remember, us whiteys, we hated it too until we acclimated to it.
Everybody hates the cold.
I don't think that white people started out in cold environments.
Yeah, everybody hates the cold.
You know, we had to evolve to be able to. I think we had to evolve and to be able to actually handle the colder climates.
I mean, that's exactly what had to happen.
But I mean, like, to be honest, so there's times where I'd be chilling. Like, I'll just be chilling, feeling like normal. Not even cold, and then I'll just look down and I see my breath, and it's like fucking.
Actually,
I don't even notice it. So,
actually, I think you might be wrong on that.
White people don't hate cold as much as other people.
She said, we need less sunlight. And I'd have to disagree. I think white people need just as much sunlight as black people do.
Actually, we need more sunlight.
I mean, there's a reason why when we go out and spend time in the sun, we start looking like them.
Well, we require more vitamin D, and our body actually absorbs vitamin D from sunlight. That is in fact why we are white. Oh, she brought that point up, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know, look. All I know is when I worked outside in construction, and I spent all my time from sun up till sundown out in the sun. And I did this, off and on for probably 15, 20 years of my life. I didn't get sick ever for 15, 20 years of my life. I'm not even bullshitting. I was out in the sun and I was the healthiest a person could be. Never got sick, never had a sniffle.
Yeah, because sunlight is a natural medicine.
Just supposed to be outside. Well, yeah, you're not supposed to be inside your house all day. That's not. Even when it's cold out, you still gotta go outside and get firewood, and you still gotta be outside.
Oh, look at Blue Jay and her 1/6 compromise she's trying to put on us crackers. That was a joke. That was a joke.
These are not compromise.
I agree with that. None of us do get enough sun anymore. I mean, hell, I can't remember the last time I spent all day outside.
And that's an objective fact.
There's nothing to fucking do outside anymore.
There is when you gotta.
Everything went online, and now.
I got kids, dude. We go out. We go outside and play. It's just not all the time.
Maybe, yeah. Well, yeah, you have kids. That helps a lot, actually. But
no, there's plenty to do outside,
for a lot of us.
Well, yeah, I got stuff to do.
OJ, you should hit the panel. Because I am getting a little bored, a little eepy. So unless I get some more panelists, I might end it in about the next 30 minutes.
You're gay.
Well, I mean, we don't have.
You can't have like 4 hours of non-Kent for the channel.
Yeah, we've already been going almost 3 hours.
If you want to bring something to talk about.
Well, I mean, the State of the Union address was
the Trump thing was fucking 2 hours long.
Yeah, the Trump...
You want to see a funny video?
It really was.
Sure.
It was. Sure.
Well, I gotta pull it up. Give me a second. Oh, there it is.
Builds the pyramids. Slaves. Builds the Parthenon. Slaves. Builds America. Slaves. This is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves! This is your song, thank you.
That was indeed wild.
Oh shit!
Oh my lord, that was indeed wild.
You were not expecting that, were you?
No, I was not. I wish I had a. I wish I
and
had
once
a
it's
sad.
and once it started, it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's like, oh god.
I got a bunch of funny shits. That's what I've actually been doing for the last 3 or 4 months is clipping a bunch of stuff and putting them into files. Here, check this one out. Where's that? This was dude. This was funny when I listened to this.
Racism is passed down generationally, so it's internalized, which makes sense. I was walking home, it was late at night, and this black guy walks towards me, and instinctively, I grab my purse, even though logically, I know he's not for sale.
Yo! That's talking about subversion of expectations.
Right, dude. When I heard her punchline, I about fell out of my chair the first time.
It's even instinctively, I knew it wasn't for sale.
That is a good.
Dude, my Instagram algorithm is fucked. I'm just saying.
Your Instagram? Why the fuck are you using Instagram?
Because dude, that's where I get all these fucking retarded clips.
Yeah, bro. Instagram is great for comedy.
Too many fucking social medias to keep track of. Fuck that.
I mean, yeah. But ultimately,
I have enough brain rot on Zitter.
I mean, ultimately, it's just funny fun time.
Here, check this out. This is a clip I found after Elon started
your vote. In 2 weeks, I went from the highest high to being unemployed. Lost my job last night, got a phone call. The repercussions of what Elon Musk are doing with the USAID has real repercussions for real people. For the last 7 years, I have been a shift lead on Project Bus, where we studied to find out if the wheels on the bus went round and round or not. And all of a sudden, Elon, who's not even elected, gets in, and I'm out of a job. What do I tell my family? What do I tell my kids? This isn't a joke. This USAID stuff is not a joke, man. It's affecting real people. And the worst part is, what if we never figure out if in fact the wheels on the bus do go round and round?
Oh my lord.
Oh my god. Yeah. That still will never top the Mike Rage clip that I got of him fucking spurging out on
bro,
you.
Let's play that. Let's play that.
Dude, it's in my
Because you have it without all that person's channel shit on there. If I try to play it, it'll have all their channel shit.
Let me see if I can find it, because I downloads.
Because the Mike Rage clip, bro, that was peak Orthodox guy, and I'm trying to get back to that fun little.
Dude, that was peak Snowman, dude. I fucking drug his ass on that stream. Drug him. And then drug him again on Ray's stream. Drug him and his wife.
New front door. Won't be able to leave their front door. Oh my god.
Where is it? might just be audio now. Because I think I ended up in the end saving it as an audio clip.
Alright, I'll just pull it up.
I gotta find it. I got a lot of files, bro. A lot of files.
That's fair. I do too. That's why I didn't even bother. That's why I ain't even bother fucking pulling it up. Or that's why I didn't even bother saving it.
This guy right here is great. He's based. You can listen to him while I'm trying to find the other one.
Alright, bet. Oh yeah, no, I watched that
how
guy.
I'm portrayed. Because most people come with an agenda.
People want to portray this town as racist or what?
Don't care. I'm fine with that.
Is that accurate?
I hope it's, well, I don't care one way or the other whether it's accurate. Racist is just an anti-white hate word. It really only has any major effect on white people. Black people don't promote much of anything. One little thing of nature. Each race is different. White people love to fight other white people. And black people
sure do.
apparently love to shoot other black people.
So would you prefer there be no black people?
No, I don't care one way or the other. I don't want to be around them.
Sure.
I am not real comfortable because we're different. But you will hear people, if they're honest, talking about how they're loud. White people, wiggers, try and act black. They look silly.
What was the term?
Wigger.
So what does that mean? A white?
Yes.
How'd you end up here?
I practice white flight.
Is it when people leave neighborhoods that are with black
He
people?
said I practiced white flight.
I see, so too many black people moved in.
This is a known phenomenon. Most people won't admit they're doing it, even if they know they're doing it.
Where did you flee from?
Maryland.
If I were black, would I get punched or what?
No, unfortunately not.
Would you say it's a misconception that this place is like the most racist town?
No, I'm fine with that
Yeah,
conception.
so it's pretty accurate.
No, I'm just fine with it. Diversity, whether people admit it or not, is very unpopular. Why do you have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars enforcing it if it's a good idea? Most people you talk to, no matter what they think, wouldn't say it.
Sure.
I have a big mouth.
Yeah, so if she were black, would you guys be together?
Oh, no.
Okay. If he was black, would you guys date?
Uh-uh.
Got it. So if she were to get pregnant and her child came out black, would you have any questions?
Would have questions.
What it is, it's the natural state of the world. So you just have to observe that the world breaks up into its different groups when left on its own. And the people who promote diversity, they don't live around it. One's love for diversity usually increases with their
It's a whole
distance from
fact, dude.
mixing all races in the general.
Bro,
into an
I became
amalgamation.
racist.
So do you think the liberation of slaves was a mistake?
It was inevitable.
I became racist the day I
Mechanization
fucking
was
started working
replacing
at an inner city
Okay, I have
Walmart.
something to admit. I lied. I did
No.
see the Pootie video, and I brought a gift. But in all honesty, we were headed to the KKK. I had no intention to meet you, and we saw you. Like, that's the guy from that one video. He's gonna blow your mind. You ready for this? Okay, so I know you like The Rock more than Pootie.
Me? Or this white rock right here?
The Rock, it serves a purpose.
So I got an automatic assault rock.
Automatic assault rock.
That's kind of funny, right?
Oh, yes. Most think I'm a hateful person. I don't even think discrimination is a bad word. Picky. I'm picky.
And you prefer to be around white people, not black people.
Yeah, I'm the strangest person you will meet.
People says that he hates people. No, he does not hate people. He just wants to be left alone. That's the reason I fell in love with him.
You seem like a compelling match.
I mean, at the end of the day,
A lot of the stuff he said, it wasn't a lie.
well, he's also a kind person. The blacks that blacks that interview him, he doesn't treat them like shit. He doesn't call them the N-word. He doesn't do mean stuff to him. He even fed and went out on the town with one of them.
Here, this is the only way I think I'll be able to share that. Do the entire. I'm gonna have to do the entire screen.
The Mike Rage clip is one of my favorite moments of my time on the internet.
I know.
I have no clue what it is.
All I got, I'm ready. All I got is the audio, though.
Ah. All right, go ahead.
You think I'm joking?
You think
I
I'm
can
fucking
tell by your
joking?
extremely serious face.
You think I'm fucking joking, motherfucker? Huh?
Yeah.
I have to find my my version.
I got the whole thing somewhere. I just gotta find it, dude.
I just gotta go to her channel to find it. On her shorts.
Oh.
What did you say, Alton?
Recording. If you're going up on other people's streams, if you have a channel, you should be recording something.
No.
Did you know that if you try and do a screen grab on your computer from from the Windows hotkeys, all right, you know the Windows function key G where you can do screen grabs. If you're in StreamYards and you do that and you don't click the microphone button in the screen in the Microsoft menu that they give you to do the screen grab, you'll get everybody's audio but your own.
That is wild.
Even if you're talking through a microphone, dude, you'll get everybody's audio but your own. And I found that out one night when I was trying to record me and Bumpkin's conversation, and all I got was Bumpkin's part of the conversation.
Damn. Here we go.
Oh, that sucks.
Let me see if it's the... Bro, why does it only show part 1 of what she recorded? Thank you, Moxie. Somebody likes the happy astronaut.
Moxie don't count.
Why doesn't Moxie count? You know what? She counts the most because she agrees with the host. And that rhymes. I'm a poet and didn't even know it. Give me 1 second, Moxie. I'll show you. Because everybody only has part 1. And I gotta find part 2.
I used, if you recall, I used to have the whole fucking thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's the great part. Part 1 is the best.
Dude, I could probably find it, but that'd mean I'd have to go back and dig all the way back into Ray's fucking streams.
Yeah, but that was like a year ago. So here we go. Here's the Mike Rage bit.
I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna go into the back chats right now. You may
Yeah, he regretted bringing me into that shit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because I aired his ass out.
You're extremely serious.
I was doing fucking Google searches on him. Everything he said to do to find out about him, I did, and did it live.
I'm fucking joking?
And you only
watch what fucking happens. You won't walk out your fucking door.
That was it. Everyone else that had the name Mike Rage was someone
piece
else.
Of shit. Test me. Watch what fucking happens. I can guarantee you, the front door won't walk out the I swear to God, watch. I'm going to the back chats right now. Have a fucking good night. Watch what happens.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to get
But
off
then after
here.
me, if you recall, after me and him got into it on Ray's channel, him and his wife.
Yeah.
He never came back after that.
He never came back, and he left he stopped streaming altogether. I wish they would have caught me. The very next thing I said to him, because he came back up like 2-3 minutes later, and I go, Mike, was that a threat? And
You
he
may
fucking goes ballistic again.
You think I'm joking? You think I'm fucking
tell by
joking,
your extremely serious face.
Remember when he tried saying that he got a hold of some guys up in Michigan, and nobody up in Michigan even knew who I was or who I was affiliated with? And I looked at it and said, how the fuck did you do that when you don't even know my name, dummy?
Ooh. Yeah, no, bro.
Fucking test me, you fucking piece of shit. Test me. Watch what fucking happens.
If you know
I can guarantee you, your front door won't
Well,
walk
if
out
you
the
recall the thing that fucking...
I swear to God, watch. I'm
the
going
thing
to
about
back
Mike
chats right
that
now. Have
got
a fucking
me
good night. Watch what
was
happens.
him and his constant fucking grandstanding.
And I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to go
You know,
into the back
and
chats
the
right
big
now.
one was when he claimed to fucking founded and started the 3%er movement.
It was wild.
You think I'm fucking
tell by
joking,
your extremely serious
You think I'm fucking joking, motherfucker?
Dude, I still to this day think he's a fucking Fed
You think I'm
spook.
fucking joking? Watch what
I really
fucking
do.
happens. You won't walk out your fucking door.
I don't think. I don't think.
Fucking test me,
I don't
you
think
fucking
he's smart
piece of
enough to
shit.
be a fit.
Test
That's what I
me.
told him
Watch
on
what
the
fucking
stream, and I stand
happens.
by it.
I can guarantee you, your front door won't walk out the.
Oh,
I swear to
I
God.
just
Watch.
noticed
I'm going
it
to the
was
back
playing.
chats right now. Have a fucking good
I
night.
keep forgetting
Watch
it
what
don't
happens.
play on this end.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my lord.
And I'm gonna get off here, and I'm gonna go into the back chats right now. You may
That's
fucking
pathetic, guy.
You think I'm joking?
But
You think
I
I'm
can
fucking
tell by your
joking, bro?
extremely serious face.
You think I'm fucking joking, motherfucker?
He was such a fucking clown.
You think I'm fucking joking? Watch what fucking happens. You won't walk out your fucking door.
Ooh.
Fucking test me, you fucking piece of shit. Test me. Watch what fucking happens. I can guarantee you, your front door won't walk out the. I swear to God, watch. I'm going to the back chats right now. Have a fucking good night. Watch what
I want
happens.
y'all to know that I didn't even do anything but ask him questions.
And I'm gonna get off here, and I'm gonna go into the back chats right now. You may fucking
pathetic, guy.
You think I'm joking? You think
I
I'm
can
fucking
tell by your
joking, bro?
extremely serious face.
You think I'm fucking joking, motherfucker? Huh?
I was doing that.
You think I'm fucking joking? Watch what fucking happens. You won't walk out your fucking door.
I'm not gonna lie. We got up and did a jig.
Fucking test me, you fucking piece of shit. Test me. Watch what fucking happens. I can guarantee
not that exact
your front door won't walk out the.
Hey,
I swear to
hey,
God,
you remember when
I'm
he
going
used to
back chats
claim
right now.
to
Have
be
a
running?
fucking good night.
He
Watch
was
what
the head
happens.
of the mob.
No, I don't.
God.
You don't? He said his family had mob ties, and he was like the head of his family, part of the mob.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
shit,
said
I
that a
didn't
few
know Blue
times.
Jay was here. My bad.
Yeah, he said that a few times on fucking Ray's streams. Yeah, because if you recall, I had to have a back. Remember, after the second time he was over there, I had a fucking discussion with
when
you,
I cancel myself again.
fucking Jay and
So you
fucking
can't-
Ray. And Casey, actually, too, in the back channel about, look, dude, I know this guy keeps using my name, but I don't really know him. Remember that?
Yeah, he claimed that, but y'all were like buddies. And
Yeah, like that we were part of the fucking Patriot movement together and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. I just met you a year ago.
I want everybody to understand, like, this man literally ruined his life with that table flip. If I'm not mistaken, he had a good business going on, growing like peppers and whatnot, and even like him making those threats and shit made people like stop buying online from him and everything.
I bet. Would you want to buy from a fucking lunatic like that?
Like,
God forbid you call him because, you know, quality control, getting some bad peppers, that motherfucker probably try to shoot you over it.
Yeah, I'll fucking kill you. My peppers are the greatest.
You think I'm fucking joking? You think I'm joking?
And I mean, I actually liked Mike before that night, and I was literally just, because he was saying, like, I couldn't sit by. The dude, what started all of that is, in me asking questions, is this dude was basically, like, yelling.
It was me I put the bug in your ear, though.
No, because I talked to you, not after that particular incident, but I talked to you.
Before that.
Yeah, it was before that when he was talking mad shit.
Because I was sitting there telling all of you that, look, dude, he's half of the shit he's telling you, dude, there's no way it's real.
Yeah, and he was talking mad shit on you for some reason. I was like, yo, Snowman, this guy's talking shit.
Yeah, and I actually pulled receipts.
Yeah,
of all the shit that I did,
and
then tried to pull receipts on him and couldn't find nothing. And his wife claimed that she's a hacker and knows Anonymous and and had his whole identity scrubbed from the internet. What the fuck ever, you dumb cunt.
Well, no, like, it's funny because, like, what got him angry at first is he started talking this shit, and he's like, we trained the military to do certain. I'm like.
Right, I remember that too. That he tried claiming that he trained 1 million fucking border patrol agents down on the fucking southern border. Remember that?
Yeah, that was that same stream, and then I'm like, well, and then I brought up what you had told me about him, and that's what started getting him mad, and then he started talking about, well, the Patriot movement needs to act like a paramilitary force, and I'm like, so wait, what you're saying is that if you're a Patriot, you need to do domestic terrorism? And, like, all that culminated is how you got the table flip. And all I was doing was asking him questions about what he had supposedly done.
Well, sir, technically, if you are a patriot and you're standing up against your government, you are committing an act of terrorism.
I mean, fair, but he was actually saying that people should go out and like bomb stuff.
Well, sometimes that's part of it if you're trying to take your country back and you really feel that it's being stolen or, being invaded.
Well, that's just your opinion, and the opinions of the panel does not reflect the ideas of the show.
Dude, you already got the feds watching you. I don't know what you're talking about. You're probably on different fucking white supremacist lists than I am.
I will not confirm.
The Fed. Do you think they're working? No, they're watching all the stupid streams.
Yeah, no, they use the feds use it as a big chill opportunity. No, I mean, like you're more likely to get doxxed by people that are your friends who get angry over stupid shit.
People try to dox me, man, and they're always like fucking 10 years behind.
It's just wild how like not giving someone a picture of something will upset them to the point they try to start a bunch of shit. And that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Dude, you know how many people when I'm over in Negro Tube get mad at me for using this avatar?
Well, that's be honest.
Do what, Blue Jay?
I said it is kind of a lot, but I mean, if you don't know your personality, you might be offended. But once you get to know you and know you're not like serious, then
To
you know
be
what I mean.
fair, that's Snowman's avatar at the bottom.
You know, were you guys there on that show? How's my headphone, by the way? These are new.
It sounds good.
It's not bad. It sounds a little muffled.
Does it? Okay, let me try to.
You still sound pretty good.
I don't know what you did, but it sounded like it was starting to clear it up.
Okay, let me see if I can take the automatic or turn the mic up. Maybe is it quiet or just muffled?
It's kind of like a muffled sound. Almost like you got a blanket over your head.
Oh, they said CT made an appearance on Be Brave. Let's see what they talk
That's not. That wouldn't be the first time. CT's been over there several times. Be Brave is CT's own fucking creation.
Yeah.
You know that, right? CT created.
Still wearing a mask?
No, he finally took his grandma's fucking underwear off his face.
Oh.
He got tired of people like me telling him to stop wearing his granny's fucking underwear. Looking like the gay fucking masked Avenger. The gay Lone Ranger.
Was it a COVID mask?
No, dude. It was fucking. It looked like, dude. It literally looked like he took some fucking old fucking granny panties and cut the back of them out into the shape of an eye mask. Like the kind of eye mask that Robin would have wore back in the '60s. All right, and they were blue as fuck, like denim blue jeans, and he wore these just over his face from his forehead down to his cheeks.
I thought it was like a mask.
So this
chaotic. That's what kind of I was just saying that.
Kind of why I
this
thought it was
proves
like a COVID mask.
that whites are.
And I have to put it on for the panel. I keep forgetting.
Hey, you know what? Be Brave deserves to be porn bombed. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. Be Brave's a cocksucker. He claims to be a free speech advocate. He claims to let people say what they want. He claims that his fucking platform is a church, for crying out loud. And it's none of these things.
He's a lolcow.
And he practices none of those things. And he makes poor Ryan suck his fucking balls just to be on the fucking stream all the time. Jesus Christ.
Even when our idiots act up, we get a grip on it. We put a
I'm sure Ryan's
people, unfortunately, people would have been stumping in heads and everyone would have been jumping the one guy.
Oh, God. Or 20 other people.
I've seen it too many times, right?
Or 20 other people. Yeah, or 20 other people.
I didn't say it. CT said it, not me. CT said it.
Or 20 other people would have been. Or 20 other people would have been fighting amongst themselves.
Brave. I've seen whites
Well, I can't really say that, but I've seen blacks fight honorably too, Brave. Jesus
I know,
Christ.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I don't.
I ain't seen it enough. At least not
there's
lately.
not enough of them. And if it was among educated ones. You didn't see.
Yeah, I mean,
black,
of course. I mean,
yeah, you didn't see black trash fighting honorably, sir. You can see all kinds of white trash fighting honorably. They'll let their two hillbilly women fight, and when the one gets the better, they'll say that's enough.
No. I think it depends on what generation of trash is doing the fighting.
Me and my young white niggas, we move as one. So I don't know what they talking about. The honor is for the dead.
Right. Dude, like I said, Be Brave is obviously never. Jesus Christ. You got a delay, dude?
So.
But no, Be Brave has obviously never been to any of the white fucking ghettos in Florida. Because they be shooting each other down there.
I don't know. I like Brave, but I disagree with him a lot.
Well, he's very he just reminds me of my fucking ignorant ass dad, and that's a lot of the reason why I don't like him. To be honest with you, he reminds me of my fucking dad, and if I could, I'd fucking choke my fucking dad to death. For real.
Two white trash dudes fight. Okay, if one's gonna get hurt, nobody's gonna get hurt here. They stop it. It's stopped.
Okay.
That's
Be Brave's one of them elderly people I would gladly punch in the mouth and not feel bad about.
Blacks need to learn from whites on these matters. And CT asked me if I thought that white trash were some. I said white trash are even more sophisticated than middle class blacks, because white trash just simply have the ability to preconceive things and not to get wrapped up in self-pity. What's on your mind, CT? Anything you wanted to add, though, Bub? What's up?
No, listen, I'm
Ortho.
you, bro.
Okay, got it. All right.
Ortho.
Glad to have you here, buddy. Yeah. Glad you're back.
First off, turn the volume to this down just a skosh.
Okay.
And then somebody in the chat said to turn the fucking background music off.
The background music isn't playing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But turn this down just a skosh, man, because it's almost loud enough where it's ringing.
All right, Brett. Is this better?
If I deleted
that's
screen,
better.
That means I won't get taken down, correct? Or what?
I'm gonna be honest, his voice is just really painful.
You
that too.
Edit whatever happened. I didn't see that part, but you might have to edit that part.
What about if I just deleted it? I deleted
it. Is good, but YouTube still they do a lot of dumb shit where they.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
well,
so
if you don't hear
You're right, Moxie. Be Brave does have baby mama energy.
And I don't know how to get back on.
You should be fine, man. I mean, yeah.
Since you're up here, CT.
Did you delete it? Did you delete it?
Yes.
It's no guarantees, man. But yeah, you should be fine.
I should have edited it.
Yeah, you might need to edit it out. But yeah, you should, I mean, if you deleted it, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be fine at least.
YouTube really should.
Go ahead, Lee.
YouTube really should give you the option.
When
to
are you coming
delete
back to
porn
YouTube,
bombs.
CT?
Tonight.
You know what?
Really?
I got streams up where I've gotten porn bombed and I never got taken down.
You know about what happened.
Seriously.
It's pretty vague.
YouTube is
welcome back.
People worry about way too much shit that they ain't gonna get in trouble for.
Yeah, YouTube
really
is
think so, CT?
Can you guys hear me?
Do you really think it was Zach?
Okay, is it any better?
Who did it? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think it was Zach. I don't know.
Well, his minions who might have done it. His minions.
Right.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, damn, it's been a while. Because I've the past few months I've been hardcore watching you.
Yeah, nah. So Brave, let me ask you a question. So, so we were talking about the year 2100. So what's gonna go on? So you saying blacks will just be another race?
I think we're all going to be much closer to one race at that time in America.
I do agree with them on that.
The Asians might stick to themselves, and they all might have a harder time with it. But I just think the races are going to combine because.
Pause this a minute. Pause this.
Once the economy gets.
I do think Brave's right about that because the one thing I do I have come to believe is that America itself specifically was a testing ground for them to try and create a new human race. That's what we are. We're an experiment, in my opinion.
I mean, I can see it.
It's to where, okay, it's real rough for everybody. That's when that's where the skin colors, the skin doesn't come into play, and people just start.
Be real, this is boring. So,
it is.
Can you guys hear me better now?
Yes, much better.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I switched headphones. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I can only take so much of Brave too because he is rather boring.
He is. Well, how does he not know he's insulting CT? It's like so stupid.
He knows that he's insulting people. He just thinks, look, people just fucking baby the motherfucker. He acts like he's some fucking tough guy on the internet telling black people the shit that nobody else will tell them that they need to hear because he's that fucking awesome and he's just that tough and that smart. When really, in all honesty, you know damn well half the shit he says online, he would never have the balls to say to anybody to their face because they'd knock his dentures all the way through his asshole.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Jeffrey, have you watched me on Be Brave stream? I don't kiss nobody's ass. I just agree with him on like 80% of shit. That's the thing.
Well, I agree with him on some principles. Like, for instance, I do think there's a normal, like, middle class group of black people that do kind of coddle or, like, you know, make excuses for, like, the reason that there's crime. But I don't think it's the numbers he gives. He just makes that shit up, and it's like, you don't have any statistical, like, backing. You're just making up numbers. Like, I don't think it's 70%, and you know what I mean? I just think it's, like, the way he says it so matter-of-factly is annoying.
Yeah, that 70-30 shit that he uses.
It's annoying. It's rude. Like, you know, I mean, he's too much. I used to think that he meant well, but now I don't really believe that.
Well, if you think about it, what blows my mind about him is he makes the comments about people like me, says it's just weird when Snowman, who doesn't fucking like me, comes over and he's fucking trying to actively troll my fucking channel. That's just weird. It's just weird. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, it's just weird when some old white dude who doesn't like black people does nothing but live streams about black people all day long. That's just weird.
Yeah, I've never watched his shows over on John's. I never even actually watched him on CT React, but obviously I've heard him a lot on CT when he used to come there. I don't miss him not being around all the time, though.
He's too fucking ignorant to even understand his own hypocrisy.
It's just embarrassing. It's like, do you not realize?
It is embarrassing, man, and that's what I keep telling people. I'm fucking white, and I got to fucking answer to that shit.
Well, I just figure, you know, at least it's just that he's old. Like, because even Ben, he's kind of a Be Brave in, like, a black guy version. But it's like they're so old. They don't really, you know, so I kind of...
He's like the
just
trailer park
let it go.
He's the trailer park version of Uncle Ruckus, man. That's all I can say.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard that name, but I've never watched whatever that's on. But yeah, I'm assuming that's like a black person that doesn't like white people, or what?
No, Uncle Ruckus is off of Boondocks.
Yeah, that show that I showed with the we can do this the easy way or the hard way is the same.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay, I'd never seen it before, but that was funny.
All right, everybody. I think I'm gonna wind it down.
After she finally got her fucking mic working and came up here like you asked her to do, and you're going to wind it down. You're
I know,
a fucking
right?
cocksucker, dude. What a real fucking piece of shit, dude.
And I said, I love your show. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, she's been out in the fucking chat singing your fucking praises, and I don't know why, because you are a fucking straight jack off.
Look, man. Hey, don't hate. We can go live for a little bit longer.
No, I mean, it's up to you. Don't do it on account of me.
I just don't have anything to talk about.
No, you should do it on account of her, motherfucker.
You don't have like a list that you keep of like topics in your, like I have a StreamYard list.
You need to run support, Snowman. You need to bring a topic in.
No, I'm pissed off that he's making me sound like a fucking simp up here because he's being a jack off.
Thank you, Snowman. I appreciate it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I
don't ever stick up for women, dude. This is fucked up.
I'm sure Snowman has a topic. Or what's your name, brother?
Well, you see that I'm under my name. It says I'm on a quest for the Nickfinity gauntlet right now.
Nickfinity.
Yeah, the Nick
Oh,
Finity
that's what I
song.
was gonna ask you. Did you guys see that stream? It was a while back, but it was one where CT was talking about. I believe he was talking about
The Negronucleic acid.
reparations. No, there was this guy that never. Oh, it was after the Tariq thing, and some guy that follows Tariq came on that he's not usually around, but he was talking about how he's from South Carolina, I believe, and they have a pretty good like theory that black guys used to dress up like KKK to like murk each other, so that way it would be they wouldn't be suspect. I'm like, that's actually a good idea.
That would actually make sense too.
Right? I know.
Well, I mean, it would make a lot of sense.
Well, people wear masks now, but like even better if you could totally throw this track off of you, like,
See,
look, like a white guy.
See, look, the good, decent white guy trying to give a black man a job still ends up falling victim again.
That was a black guy that said that. You know, he was saying like he thinks the civil rights movement was staged because they came door to door and told his grandparents, and like his friends have said the same thing. Like, you need to get to the town square, you know, basically the city hall. And they're like, for what? And they're like, oh, there's a big, you know, meeting or something. And they get in, and they had like the cameras and the dogs and the hoses, and nobody was even like knew what the hell was going on, but they got all the footage. Yeah, so he was kind of talking about all those things that only insiders would really know, and that's when he said about the, you know, the disguise. I'm like, dude, that is smart.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you what, every fucking Klan person I've ever seen looked like they were inbred as fuck and didn't have enough fucking brain cells to be able to, you know, pull off even a burning of a cross in someone's front yard.
Yeah, like no teeth, and I know they look crazy.
For real, dude. I've actually, dude, when I lived in Ohio, every year in Bellefontaine, Ohio, they have a Klan rally up at the courthouse, which garners a bunch of fucking people, like a bunch of people protesting it. Like, they literally have the mounted police out there around the courthouse with the fucking event fucking fencing all the way around it. And these fucking fat fucking inbred hillbillies all standing on top of the courthouse steps talking all this fucking racist shit. And it's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your life. I swear to God.
Oh, I bet. What a waste of time. Well, that's what I was thinking about too. It's like, unfortunately, I mean, the sad part is that they didn't research, you know, like, or, you know, do detective work oftentimes on, you know, random murders of like black people because they were racist back then. So if you did dress up in a hood, like if you had an enemy and you got rid of them, nobody's really looking into it. So it's like, why wouldn't you? I mean, I was like, I've never found that.
Yeah, chances are they, you know, because back then a lot of the fucking people that worked in the fucking court or the court system and shit like that were in the Klan, you know, so they could have very well have done that, and then they just write it off as fucking the prosecuting attorney had a problem.
Yeah, they just figure it's one of their people, their other racist fellows, like,
Right.
you know, fellow man.
See, actually, when I lived with my black family, and this is a legitimate theory that one of my older cousins came up with, my adopted cousins, he legitimately thinks that the true Grand Wizard of the KKK is actually a bitter old black woman that has like 5 kids, and she's just looking back at her baby daddies.
Oh my gosh.
He's not joking. He's not. And
Really?
Yeah, his argument for nobody hates black men more than angry black women who have a bunch of shitty baby daddies.
Even back then, though, they didn't have that going on back then.
Dude, there were black women that fucking owned plantations and slaves. Are you serious?
Sounds
Yeah.
like a great idea.
So there was 37, I think it was Gary, and it said that exact number, 3,700 black slave owners.
Oh no, Garion is a great source of information and a really good guy.
He is.
Garion, and
Yeah, he's cool.
Me and him were talking. He mentioned something on a stream of mine a few streams ago about Rwanda, and like I seen some videos pop up. Rwanda is one of the smallest African nations, but it is one of the best and one of the most competent. Like, I never want to hear Arabs talk shit on sub-Saharan blacks again, because they were able to take the money and aid they got and actually do what they were supposed to do with it. They literally have brought security to that region, to the sub-Saharan region of Africa, at least the central part. Like, they've got
The other day,
in
oh, sorry, go ahead.
in Mozambique, they completely BTFO'd the shit out of ISIS.
Oh, really?
And in the Democratic Republic of Congo, they're technically invading now, so they're getting called Hitler and Putin, like Kagame is. But like, they're doing it to stop the continuation of the Tutsi genocide, because a lot of the Hutus, when Kagame took power, like 2 million Hutus fled into two provinces in the Congo, and that had a huge Tutsi population, and they kept on trying to mess with these people and kill these other Tutsis. And like
oh sorry, I keep thinking you're done. I keep interrupting you. No, go ahead. I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys saw, but I believe it was last week. It was just barely in the news, but I don't know. It couldn't have been too long ago. But there were 70 Christians that were like beheaded in this church. Isn't that crazy?
Wild. You know, the Democratic Republic of
In the Congo, yeah.
The Congo is also doing its best to get rid of its gang problem, and they're just outright executing gang members on site.
That's what America needs to do.
No, that's extreme.
They don't have the prison. They don't have the prison industrial complex or the prison infrastructure to house them. So they're just
Well, you know, I wouldn't. Well, look, I wouldn't say that if it wasn't for the fact that the prison basically lets a lot of these guys just sit around instead of using them to dude. Instead of having all these fucking illegal immigrants over here and using them as fucking slaves, they could be using these fucking prisoners as slaves, like they
Right,
should
like
be.
everybody else pays their own way in life. But one thing I don't think people realize too is back in the day when there was like a lot of lynchings and
Back during
like
the chain gang and
2/3
shit.
black men, but also like white people too. But it was because that was the death penalty. Because just like you said, they didn't have a way to high security prison. So they basically, if it was bad enough crime, they just like did the death penalty more. Because like, what else are you gonna do with people?
Well, back then, vigilante justice was more prevalent than actual law.
Like the families of victims or something.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
I support the death penalty.
Is that just because of the money, or why, or the moral principle?
Moral. Look, even God believes that someone that murders children should die. It says so right in the Bible.
Are you talking about the Old Testament or the New? Where does it say that?
It's in the Old Testament.
The Old Testament and the New. Christ said you should put anyone who would cause the little ones to sin should have a millstone cast around their neck.
Yeah, that's right too.
Yeah, that's true. Did it say they should, or they'd be better too? Or like,
should.
Okay.
And when you cause someone to sin, it's like when you cause it, you're taking their autonomy. So I'm assuming they mean leading them astray from God for one.
Right.
Pushing stuff like transgender ideology, and the biggest thing is molesting or raping them. That's not the child's fault that it happens to them.
Right, of course not. That's how I imagine it, as like not teaching them about God, or teaching them like you said, to steer away from like learning your.
It's a very encompassing thing, because you can teach them about God, but if you raise them up that it's okay to steal, or it's okay to do bad things, or you teach them wrong, or you diddle them, or you hurt them in any way.
Right.
You can be as extreme or as lax on it as you want, but it says what it says.
Or make them like child soldiers, where they're making them like do horrible things.
Look, really, in all honesty, when it comes to your kids should have a healthy enough fear of you not to fuck with you.
Yeah, but in order to know what that means to fuck with you, they have to be taught right and wrong.
That's just general parenting right there. If you can't even do general parenting, then you don't need to be a parent.
Sadly, a lot of people don't know how.
Not every person deserves children, but every child deserves a parent.
Good point.
And that's the sad reality that we live in.
Well, a lot of people burden their children with like preconceptions that are like not even necessarily true, and like hatred or fears and things like that. And I'm not just talking about race. I'm talking about just even like could be other religions, or it could be like women that teach their kids that men are bad, or just anything like that you put on them, and then they have these false beliefs that cause them like so much more of a struggle in life than necessary.
Yeah, and it is a terrible thing, especially when you see like a single and I ain't trying to shit on women here, but when you see like a single mother do some like messed up stuff, like they get a divorce or they leave the dad, and like they tell the kid that the dad was horrible even if he's not. That shit's kind of wrong, and it ruins a relationship.
Yeah, that actually happened to my mom. She was told that like my little brother or her little brother was also like her dad's child and that he refused to acknowledge him. But come to find out later, like without her admitting it, but everybody kind of knows she cheated on him, so he was right. But my mom didn't like her, and she was barely going to reunite with him as an adult. Hadn't seen him since she was like 8 or 9, and then he died right before that, so it sucked. But yeah, I mean, a lot of parents lie to their kids to cover up their own things. Like if a mom, if a woman is a shitty wife and the guy is.
A lot of parents just lie, period, because they're liars. Where'd everyone go?
I don't know. I got spooked and thought something happened on my end. It went really quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm drawing right now, so.
I turned echo cancellation on Blue Jay's mic. I hope I didn't mess her up. I was just trying to fix the chirping that was coming out.
Oh, am I having problems still?
Yeah, it sounded like it was clipping.
Not anymore. You've been clipping the whole time, but I fixed it in the back.
Oh, okay, thanks.
No problem.
Yeah, we could actually hear you without you sounding like you're
roboting a little bit.
Yeah. Dude.
Okay.
It was like a consistent pop.
Oh. Okay.
And dude, the audio guy inside of me, dude, it was really hard to keep my mouth shut, but I was just letting it ride.
Well, I'd rather someone tell me because that's annoying when you're like have a bad mic because you don't know, you can't really hear. You only hear your normal voice.
It's not necessarily that you have a bad mic. It's that if you have any background noise, and your mic can clip and stuff, and it can cause it to not short out the overblow. And it's especially worse if you're using one of those condenser mics, man, because they pick up everything.
Yeah, I have like these power beats things. They're like earbuds.
Like me, I'm having a hard time right now because my mic fucking crapped out. I got to get a new one, so I've been using the fucking mic on my fucking camera, man, and it just ain't the same.
What did y'all? So overall, Blue Jay, what did you think about the presidential address?
It was gay.
It was kind of boring. It was a little bit repetitive. Yeah, I mean, the Greenland thing was kind of piqued my interest because that was a little funny. Like, it was just like one of those audacity moments. But other than that, it was just kind of the same old. He really does not like Biden. He brings Biden up a lot, I've noticed.
Well, he brings Biden and Clinton and all of them up. But if you think about it, look at it from his perspective. You know what I'm saying? Even if he did half of the shit that they said, the way that they've been coming at him is fucking crazy.
Yeah, and he has to explain like why the conditions are, so that he can explain why he needs to address them and what he's going to do. So I get that part.
Well, I'm just talking about the blatant lies that they've told. You know, like we know now that, like with that whole fucking South Carolina thing where they claim he said there were good people on both sides. Everybody knows that they didn't play the rest of the fucking clip where he said, but I'm not talking about like 100% denounce white supremacy and, neo-Nazis and shit like that. You know?
I know. People really believe that he said not to allow black engineers into the military. I don't know where they got that. Do you guys know where that stemmed from or what he really said? Because there's no way he said that.
It's the whole meritocracy argument because of liberals full-on believe in affirmative action and they feel like blacks aren't capable without affirmative action.
Right, but they think that Trump said, do not allow black engineers into the military now.
Well, to here's liberals, that's what that means.
Well, here's the wild thing about
that. But what did he actually say?
I don't know. I didn't see the clip. The one thing I will say...
They got it from somewhere.
The one thing I will say about that whole DEI thing and affirmative action thing is I find it interesting that you only see black people are the ones that are losing their noodles about it en masse. All right?
And it's white women that benefit.
But at the same time, they're claiming that it's white women that benefit the most. So why are you bitching about it if it's white women that benefit from it?
Right. You should be glad that it's gone.
Your argument doesn't even make sense on its right from the foundation of it.
Yeah, I know. I was confused about that too. And then if I say, because I've been on panels where I was talking about how I agree that it's good to get rid of it, and I was kind of being attacked at an angle as if I'm being racist. And I'm like, wait, I'm the one that would benefit the most. If anyone should be mad about it, it would be me. So I have a right to say that I don't agree with it. I think it's the most racist word, Asians, personally. But, I just don't understand that how anything that kind of like the support for Zelensky, where it's like, just because he's not Trump, all of a sudden he's right. And it's like, no, he's a dictator, literally. He canceled his elections 2 years ago because of the war excuse, and now he's supposed to be gone. He is like overstaying, and that's what people accuse Trump of planning to do. But they like him better, and he's already, it's just like so ironic to me. It's like, but then again, most people don't know.
Well, the thing is I keep watching this constant flip flop back and forth from a certain group of people on both sides.
The Democrat, are you talking about?
No, a certain group of people on both sides, Democrat and Republican. I'm talking about the fucking insane fucking black and white people in this country. Look, there's a fucking group of white people that are fucking lunatics, and there's a group of black people that are lunatics, and then there's the rest of us that are fucking normal.
Exactly.
And look, like me and Hood and those guys over in the Gulag, we've been actually entertaining the idea of completely stepping away from the white and black fucking moniker and making an entirely new one for the rest of us.
The normals. That's why I'm kind of glad about the DEI thing too, is because I don't think people realize a lot of it, because they'll be like, well, we have to classify as race in this country. And it's like, no, you can't both support affirmative action or DEI and be mad that you have to classify yourself as a race, because how else do you get approved for these things? So if you want to get rid of that and not have to put on because literally it's optional if you want to do the census and put what color you are and all that crap, or race, and whatever, ethnicity, however they classify it. You don't have to do it, especially if you don't get a benefit from it. So we can literally get rid of all that nonsense, but people don't think just logically,
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Me personally,
you can even lie on those census if you want. Like, any of us could put a different race, and nobody can tell us not to. If you can put a different gender.
I'd be willing to bet that there's a lot of people that do whatever they want, because a lot of the census taking is done online now.
Yeah, you can put other, or
it ain't like
even refuse.
It ain't like it used to be. Back when I was, I think, 18 or 19, I got a job working for the federal government, going out and doing the census.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And what you did is you went out with basically a questionnaire, and you just started going door to door, and going through the questionnaire with people. Got paid good money. This was back in I think 99, 2000.
Okay.
And
did anybody get mad or not want to do it?
Yeah, there were some people that were fucking annoyed. There were some people that didn't answer. There were
sovereign.
I wouldn't really necessarily back then. I don't know if they were necessarily sovereign or not, but there was just a lot of people that didn't like talking to the government. Period.
Right. Yeah.
And technically they saw me, and I had one of those little fucking. It was just like a fucking a picture badge like you would get if you worked in a fucking factory. You know what I'm saying? Like an ID badge.
Yeah.
But I had one of those that I had to wear clipped to my shirt, and I had to wear a shirt and tie and all that shit. So basically, to them, I was the government, even if I wasn't.
Yeah, you're the feds.
I was a fucking spook.
True.
But I made good money. Like I said, that was back in 99, 2000, and I think they was paying me fucking $18 an hour to do it.
That's a lot back then, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Some people still only make, not only make that. I mean, a lot of people make that still.
Shit, man. Me and the wife finally got to a place to where we were in middle class range as far as money. Okay? Finally got there. Holy shit, things were finally starting to come together. We was finally starting to catch a breath of fresh air. We was finally starting to fucking relax a little bit. The hard work's finally paid off, and then the pandemic hit, and then the fucking inflation went through the roof, and then the fucking rent prices went through the roof, and then the fucking down payments on houses went through the roof, and we're right back where we started fucking 6 years ago.
Yep. And the house prices in the last, I forget what how many years it was. It was Coach Bird. He put it on like T's thing one time, but it was like in the last 30 years, I believe, was the time frame, and house prices had tripled, and the income only went up like 25% or something like that.
Right. Well, and if you think about you, like me and the wife have noticed in the last 3 years, our electric bill has tripled.
Yeah, it is high, especially in the summer. It sucks.
I mean, because what's crazy is we used, because I pay attention every month to how much electric energy I actually use, and I use like maybe 5% more this year than last year, but my fucking my actual bill was like fucking $300 more this year than last year.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
Right. And
'Cause,
then,
I mean, what is
and then
that? It's got to be at least 30% higher.
and then I look on the fucking bill, and this is the first time I actually noticed this. You get charged for the electrical uses 4 different times.
What do you mean?
They charge you for energy use 4 different times for the same energy use.
Really?
All right, you guys. I have an interview in the morning. I have to end the stream.
Again? Did it get rescheduled?
Yes, it did.
Is that your new excuse?
I had car issues yesterday.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay, well, good luck tomorrow.
Dude, you're such a fucking homo.
I'll be that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I ain't mad at you.
I just realized it was going on to 1:30, and I got to get up at like 8 o'clock to get ready.
Oh, shit. Right.
Well, hey, take it easy.
1:30, where are you at? It's only... was it daylight savings or something?
No, I said it's... I'm sorry. I meant to say it was 12:30, almost getting to be 1.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Just making sure. I was like,
hey,
am I wrong here?
Just so everybody knows, though, I am probably going to start streaming again next week.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I'm
sure I'm still subscribed.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I lost about fucking 250 subs in the last 4 months.
Really? Okay, I'll check right now once we hop off here.
But yeah, man, I'll probably start streaming again next week.
Okay, sounds good. Well, it's nice talking to you guys. I'll catch you soon.
Yep, later, everybody. Deuces.
I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank you everybody for coming and watching. Y'all have a good night. God bless.